Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark's Real Sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale, and it's on now. Check out arnoldclark.com. I'm Jamie O'Hara, and alongside me is a man who yesterday took a trip to the vets and asked them to lower their prices, changed his bank, went for a curry but swerved the poppadoms, bought a home in Dubai so he can get ripped off in the sun rather than the rain, and on his way home he swung by for a nice expensive bottle of Sillet Bang. It's Dean Saunders.
Morning. I forgot to say, don't trust the bike lights. You know the traffic lights in London?
Yeah.
The bikes?
Yeah.
Don't trust them.
What do you mean?
You get run over.
Will they go early?
Yeah. Well, no, you're looking round thinking I'm going to cross the road here, but there's another set of lights for the bikes.
For the
They've got their own...
They've got their own lights.
By the way, I got to say this.
How are you, Dino?
Very good. But for those who can watch on YouTube...
Yeah. You know you've got
your
headphones are on.
I'm
back to
round,
yeah. You've got them.
I'll change them in a minute.
You've got them on the way.
Do you know what?
The wrong way round.
I'm in shock.
What are you in shock for?
I've just noticed your bracelet you've got on.
What do you mean?
Where have you been? Have you been in the bazaar in Turkey?
What do you
and
mean?
bought that?
That's a lovely.
What's that?
Bracelet. It's a lovely bracelet.
What is? It's your girlfriend's bracelet, isn't it?
No, it's a nice little gold chain, little gold neck bracelet.
What is that?
What do you mean? What is that? It's a nice bracelet.
Has it come to that?
I got it for Christmas. My missus got me this. You're going to knock it?
All right, I'll have to backtrack. Sorry about that. What a lovely bracelet. What a nice. Was that for Christmas?
I got it for Christmas.
That was nice of her, wasn't it?
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to send her the first 2 minutes of this show and tell her
I'm
that you've
5 minutes in.
slaughtered a Christmas present.
Sorry.
How are you, Dino? You all right?
Oh, good. Do you know what?
See the weather this morning? Jeez.
Yeah, raining.
Snowing where I was.
Raining, sleet.
Oh, it's snowing bad. Be careful out there, guys.
So yesterday, I'm thinking, right, after the show, because we had a good laugh yesterday morning, after the show, the dart starts at 12:40.
Yeah.
And it goes on right the way through to Luke Humphrey's game.
Yeah.
At 8:40.
Yeah.
And we've got the football on.
Yeah.
So I thought, where can I watch them all?
Yeah.
So I went up the Redwood.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Get
the
ripped
darts. Yeah, usual. You know.
Usual. Getting ripped off.
Usual. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Ask for a half a Coke. a half of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They put that much ice in the glass.
Yeah.
There was hardly any Coke in it. There's another way of getting ripped off.
Ice.
I went, you put too much ice in my Coke.
So now you're saying don't put ice in the drink. No ice in the drink.
Because I had about like a thimble full of Coke. I asked for another one. Anyway, I watched the darts on one screen, and then I watched the Palace game. See, Mateta, like as I'm watching, Mateta scores a great goal. And then Carney scored.
Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney scored it. Like he's 34, isn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Scores a screamer.
I played with him.
Great feet. Good pass of the ball, wasn't he?
Yeah, great pass of the ball.
And then I'm looking the other way, and it's Spurs-Brentford, nothing happening. And then I watched the Liverpool game mainly.
Yeah.
And that was the same. I mean,
so you ended up watching the darts.
I watched them all, and I have to say, like, I won't be surprised. We love football, but I can understand why people turn over to watch the darts when you're watching sideways football.
I know.
I mean, last night we had 4 games last night.
Yeah.
2 goals, wasn't it?
2 goals, yeah.
All draws.
In Crystal Palace, Fulham, who would have thought it?
Man City, Sunderland.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a bit of that game. Sunderland defended with it. Like, the crowd, it was like as if they were all stood in the goal mouth, the crowd, and all the players saying, come on, try and score past us. Yeah. Haaland had a couple of chances. Do you know they're the only team he hasn't scored against?
Who?
Sunderland.
What?
Haaland.
Yeah?
He scored against everyone else.
In the league?
Yeah, 23 teams, and he hasn't scored against Sunderland, which is
they've only been up one season.
Yeah, I know, but he scores. He scored. You think he'd rifle? You'd have a bet on him, wouldn't you, to score against Sunderland before the season kicked off?
Yeah,
it's hat-trick day.
Yeah, yeah,
isn't it? He missed a couple of chances last night, side foot finishes he could have scored from. Mm-hmm. So that Man City game that ended in a draw. Good result for Sunderland. Not bad for Man City.
It's not the worst result, but it creeps Arsenal closer, doesn't it? That's all it does. But I guess in the grand scheme of it, away from home, you take a point maybe against Sunderland.
It doesn't dent morale when you get a result away from home. Even like they'll be disappointed in the dressing room. I was talking about this yesterday. If you play for Man City, a draw's never
not good enough.
Result. But you sit in the dressing room afterwards and you think, right, Sunderland, the manager will come in, Pep, and he'll say, hey, don't worry about that. This team beats everyone at home. So 0-0 is not a disaster. We'll move on, win the next one, and that draw's all right.
Yeah.
If you don't win the next one, that's a bad point. And Sunderland, the story goes on, doesn't it? They still haven't lost at home.
Unbelievable.
Turned it right round from being in League One to now getting clean sheets against Man City. And then the Liverpool-Leeds game, I watched that.
Terrible game of football.
First of all, I watched it and I thought, 5-4-1, Leeds, coming for a point, left Calvert-Lewin out. Right? If I'm Calvert-Lewin and I've scored 7 goals in 7 games, I want to play at Anfield. I can score against anybody.
Yeah.
And he scored a brilliant goal last night.
It was offside.
Toenail offside.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But I can understand why.
You've got to protect him as well. You know, and the manager probably looks at it and says, like, I've got some massive games coming up. Liverpool way. You know, if you don't know what his physical, how he's feeling after all the games that he's played. And the manager's probably thought, you know what? I'll leave him out of this one because the likelihood is he's probably thinking, if I can get a draw, it's an unbelievable.
Yeah. And they played Man United.
And he has got a draw. So, and he got 20 minutes out of Calvert-Lewin. He hasn't got injured. And then they got some big games. They got Man United, right, coming up.
He probably thought we got more chance of beating Man United than we have Liverpool. So I'll save him for that game.
Dino, look, we've got loads to talk about. We're going to talk about all the Premier League games. We have to talk about Maresca. The club has released a brief statement confirming the decision, thanking Maresca for leading Chelsea to the UEFA Conference League and FIFA Club World Cup, but saying that with key objectives still to play for, both parties felt a change was needed to get the season back on track. They've been linked with Strasbourg's Liam Rossigna, which is a shock to me, being that Chelsea are a huge football club. What do you make of this thing?
It's honestly right. You go into a football club as manager, right, and you can achieve great things with. I've got my earphones on the wrong way around.
Yeah, you have.
You can achieve great things with a good team, not necessarily individuals that everybody wants. And we've seen that with teams going through the leagues. They carry the momentum to the next league.
Yeah.
And they play in above themselves because of the teamwork, and the manager puts the foundations in. So you go into a football club, the first thing you do is you say to the group of players and staff and the groundsman, everybody, the women who make the food, if you don't work hard, you won't be here long. Straight away. If you don't work hard, go and play for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So you set that, you stall out.
Yeah.
Then you give them a plan with the ball and without the ball. And then you put the discipline down. And you talk to players and you try and treat everybody the same. Now, if someone above you is controlling the narrative, you can't do that. The players lose the trust in you because you're looking them in the eye saying, listen, wait for your chance. When you get it, I'll put you in the team and give you a go.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you do as a Chelsea fan, don't think back, well, we sacked loads of managers under Abramovich. The reason he sacked managers is they bought the best players in the world, ready-made to win everything.
And if they didn't...
This group of players are potential. They're not the best players. They've signed young players to try and either sell them on or achieve things in a different way.
Yeah.
So you were trying to bring him along. Maresca's trying to bring him along. And I think he's done a brilliant job in keeping the whole group happy. I thought the ship would have overturned by now. And I know what difficulties he's got. Mm-hmm. You've got 33 players knocking your door saying, can I play? Yeah. Why am I not playing? We lost again. And when you win set 1 out of 7, it gets worse. They've got an argument.
Yeah.
Gaffer, I'm still not playing. We've won 1 game in 7. If I'm not going to play now, I'm never going to play. So you've lost control of the... I thought he kept control of the group.
Yeah.
So if you sack him now, you're just going to put someone in there who just says yes to your narrative that you've got.
Is that Liam Rosenior?
Well, I don't know what's going through their minds. What credentials has he got to give it? No disrespect to Liam Rosenior. Apparently, he's a good young coach and he's gone to Strasbourg and done all right. But he was part of Wayne Rooney's team at Derby.
Yeah.
As well. He's had a couple of shambles, but he's doing well. And what are they thinking then? They must be thinking he can relate to these youngsters and he can coach them better than Maresca.
Yeah.
Let's get him in. But I mean, I don't. They're 5th in the league. They've just won a Club World Cup. Bear in mind, not all the best teams were in it, but they won it. And I thought they were going along nicely. Mm. He's developing a group. And I thought, when I watched them play Aston Villa, honestly, I thought, he's got it. Maresca he's got the formula. Now he's just got to add a couple of centre-halves and a goalkeeper, and they've got a team that's going in the right direction. I thought they were going in the right direction, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. When I watched them against Barcelona, I thought they was absolutely fantastic. I watched them against Arsenal, I thought they were brilliant. There are parts of games where I've watched Chelsea and go, they're brilliant. They're really good. They control games. They're a good side. But then there are certain matches where I feel like he's made the wrong decisions. He's changed the team too much. You know, he plays players out of positions. He makes strange calls. And I think a lot of Chelsea fans got the hump with it. And I don't think there was too many Chelsea fans who were really angry to see him go. There was a few. But I'm not sure what Chelsea are trying to achieve by letting him go, because, you know, there ain't managers out there, and he's a top manager. Right? He's a good manager. I don't know if someone like Liam Rosenior, I think you're right. Liam Rosenior comes in, he's just a yes man to the board of what they want to do and how they want to run things, how they want to do it. We're going to bring in these players. These are the players we want. We're going to turn over squad. And I think Liam Rosenior is probably someone who comes in and is just happy to be the head coach. I think Maresca started doing well, set his stall out, won some trophies, and then started to say, hold on a minute, I want a bit more power here. I'm doing a good job. I want a bit more power. I want to have my say. Oh, well, there's certain players I want. And I think they've fell out over it. And I think Maresca's gone, well, you know what? I'll go then. And they've gone, all right, see you later.
Yeah, but so you've got a young group of players and they're learning the game, right? Although they cost a lot of money, some of these youngsters, they're learning the game. For example, Xhaka at Sunderland, Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
They've learned the game and they know how to win from a winning position. So Chelsea have dropped 15 points from winning positions. They've been winning. So they were leading against Brentford, Brighton, Sunderland, Arsenal, Villa and Bournemouth. They were winning and they lost the game. Now, there's a set of rules you put out, which are professional sport rules, which we don't care whether you think it's gamesmanship. But we are professionals and we've got to win games. 15 minutes to go. When you're winning, you change the rules of the team. The rules change.
Yeah.
You try and get the 15 minutes down to 10 minutes. you never take a throw-in and throw it square across the pitch.
Yeah.
Full-backs don't take throw-ins. You get the wingers to take the throw-ins and they throw them down the line.
Yeah.
So that you waste a bit more time. Strikers don't get caught offside. Don't give fouls away. They're going to put the ball down and boom it in our box.
Yeah.
Don't come short 15 minutes to go to feet. Put the ball down the sides, run down the channels, get us a foul, run the clock down, argue with the linesman for 5 minutes. Pretend you're injured if you like for 5 minutes. But you're trying to get over the winning line. Don't play square passes across the pitch when you're playing against a team that's throwing caution to the wind. They've got nothing to lose, and they put 4 up front, and you start passing it around the back. Put the ball down the sides and use your brains and your experience. Now, they've lost 15 points because they're young from winning positions. You should be able to crawl over the line. And the people in the stadium won't realise what you're doing. But you're actually running the clock down and not taking any risks and putting the ball in the opposition's half. They're learning that now. Lampard, Ballack, Essien, Makelele, they already learned that before they got to Chelsea.
Yeah.
So they'd win 1-0.
And then Mourinho was the manager and who's the absolute don at it.
He's spinning it on, and John Terry scores 7 winners from corners. 1-0, 1-0. Don't concede a goal. Because they do all these things I'm talking about, but you've got to teach players. Garnacho lets his man run twice against Bournemouth from long throws. Flick on, his man scores 2 goals, so they lost the points against Bournemouth from 2 long throws because of lack of experience. So you'd like to think Garnacho's learned from that, and that's how they learn how to win.
All right, loads to talk about. Chelsea fans, obviously, again, you can phone in. We'll be talking tonight about your football club. Loads to go at as well. Premier League action last night was a bit of a shocker, really. There's only 2 goals, and that was in Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Arsenal are top, though, 4 points now. We're going to talk about them as well. Plus, up next, we're going to find out why a member of the talkSPORT breakfast production team went viral on New Year's Eve. He's coming in next. Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Dean Saunders alongside me. Joining us now, though, is a man in the studio, member of our production team, who went viral on New Year's Eve at a house party. Oscar O'Kane joins us in the studio. All right, Oscar.
Good morning, Oscar.
Guys.
What have you done?
I know, honestly. It's a shambles.
So tell us what you've done.
Well, I'll tell you the story. So I was at New Year's Eve, just at a party, as you do, just enjoying the New Year celebrations, some champagne. And my friend Harry's got a balcony on the back of his house.
Yeah.
And the house across the street's got a similar balcony.
Yeah.
So we start talking to these people. We've never met them in our entire lives. We don't know who they are. And we sort of have a couple of chats, and then we're like, okay, let's exchange some photos. So my friend, she takes a picture of them, and then one of them takes a picture of us. Anyway, and
if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the picture now.
The picture, yeah, it's just up there now.
This is what's gone viral on Twitter.
Right. On Twitter,
yeah.
So it's Grace. She's the neighbour. So she put up this picture, and anyway, I thought nothing of it. I, enjoyed my celebrations.
Yeah.
Anyway, woke up in the morning, get a phone call from my friend Harry, saying, "Hello, mate. You're right." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Why are you calling me? What's going on?" He was like, "Have you not seen this thing on Twitter?" So I log into my phone, and at this point, it was the picture and the tweet, and it had 3 million views. I'm thinking, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. I've now refreshed it now. It's now on over 6 million views, but some of the comments, right? So,
6 million views.
6.3
for a picture
million views
on a balcony.
On a balcony. So there's lots of comments like, "Oh, this is so wholesome. Oh, this is so lovely." Anyway, as you can see, I'm in the second half of the picture in my black turtleneck. I thought it'd be fitting. I wear the
it's
turtleneck.
A good
again.
turtleneck,
It's a
though.
Good turtleneck.
Yeah, you're looking well.
Thank you.
You're looking well.
I appreciate that.
I think you look a bit creepy. You're just standing there not smiling with a
I am
bottle of beer.
smiling.
You actually look like...
I think I've got a corona in my
Can we
hand.
get it up on YouTube? Can we get this picture
You look a
up,
bit
guys?
like a ghost. Like one of them ghosts that's just like...
You're standing. You're standing on the balcony in
On
the middle.
balcony. Yeah.
You do stand out. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You stand out.
It's the hair. It's the turtleneck.
It's
Yeah.
And the face. Look at your face. you got a face like a £1,000 gas bill.
So I was on that. So, and obviously then I was reading through the comments, and anyway, I think it's fair to say I got a bit of flack. So, one of them was from Morgan Simon.
Yeah.
Actually, it's from my friend at the back there, Chris, saying, "Bro is like a seal sticking out from the ice." Then I had a few of my own saying, this guy from Chase saying, referencing me, "Bro is the whole vibe."
Yeah.
Then I had this one from Simon saying, "My man in the turtleneck and the bowling shoes, he's him." just absolutely lovely. And then the other one, and the funniest one I thought, was from Enrico Palazzo. He said, "Man in the turtleneck, the bowling alley is missing a pair of size 9s." So I don't know if you can see in the photo.
I mean, the photo. What are them shoes? They are bowling shoes.
I'm going to be honest with you, Jamie. I was going through the cabinet. I was like, "Oh, I need some shoes for tonight." I left my trainers somewhere.
Yeah.
This was the last resort. These are the shoes you put on. It's like
So they
bottom of
were
the
the
barrel,
bowling
last
alleys.
option. No, they're not bowling alley shoes. No. But they were just some shoes that maybe I'd wear for like an occasional, like, I don't know, a wedding or some sort of event. So I whipped them on, and then Jesus, the comments. They had a big go at the shoe situation, but it was very, very funny and all in good spirit, but completely mad.
I mean,
Surely there's some money involved in that now. You can make some money out of this.
No chance.
you don't make no money just from like one random
Well,
picture.
imagine you just changed your shoes. The advert is a picture of you with a different pair of shoes on that shoe company.
Maybe so, Dino. Maybe so.
I mean, 6 million views, though.
6
I mean, you're
million.
not, you're not someone on Twitter who does loads of stuff, right? So
No.
it's just completely random.
Completely random. Yes.
So strange, like how that picture goes viral. Because when I first look at it, I go, well, it's just a picture. But I'm guessing the whole narrative of it being relatable, I guess, like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Balcony to balcony.
I think there was one of the comments. A lot of the comments were like, it's kind of wholesome, and also one of them was saying like it's nice to see people not on their phones. So that was quite a big one. Like, no one's really.
Picture was taken on a phone.
No. But like when we're all in the photo,
Right,
no one's like on their phones. Like, we're all kind of enjoying.
Yeah, but no one takes a picture.
No.
You
I
don't
know.
stand there on your phone, do you?
Well-
no one says, "Let's take a picture, guys." You put your phone down, didn't you?
I'm not on Twitter, but like, correct me if I'm wrong here. What is the picture about? I'm trying to work out why it's so interesting.
Beats me. I'll be honest with you.
Because Oscar's him.
Because you're not smiling.
He is
Is it
him.
because you're
Smiling.
Is it because you look like you're not enjoying yourself?
He's there with his turtleneck on, his bowling shoes, and he is him on New Year's Eve. That's why it's
looks
gone
like
viral.
a normal picture to me. Why? There's a girl in the front row as well on the left. Why is she not the centre of attention then? Why is it you?
Well, because Oscar is at the front. Look at him. He's at the front. He's the main dog.
You got to listen to the comments, mate. He is him. He is him.
You're cool. Like, is it?
I don't know. Up to you.
Well,
Baseball.
I feel like you're the main character here. Like you in that picture, you're the main egg.
Yeah, it is so mad. Anyway, I mean that was the last thing on my 2026 bingo card to be happening. But yeah, what a start to the year, I guess.
What a start!
Yeah.
Are you going to carry it on? Are you going to try and make some more viral pics?
It's all downhill from here now. It's all downhill.
You ain't never getting 6 million.
We're
views.
never getting 6 million again.
Next picture you post is going to get about 4 likes.
I think it's the hair. You know your hair. You've got a good head of hair, haven't you?
Thank you. I do
My hair
appreciate
used to
that.
be like that.
Did it?
Yeah. This is what. Look at mine now. This is what's going to happen to you. Starts getting thinner,
Can't wait.
bit grey and all that, thinning out a bit.
Did you ever wear bowling shoes on a night out?
Yeah.
Oh, I once wore a leather suit,
Full leather.
full leather suit.
On a night out.
Tan as well. Tan. And the jacket was
Was it a torture guard?
just like something out in Swansea. Like I think I was in Martha's Vineyard in Swansea, New Year's Eve or something like that.
a full leather suit.
A full leather suit on with a Kevin Keegan Barnett. Like one of the Bee Gees.
Amazing.
And I had a tash.
Did
a
you?
little tash, yeah, looked
I
like one
need
of the
to see
Three
this.
Musketeers.
Amazing.
Anyway.
Amazing. Well, Oscar, get back to work.
Yes, I will.
You're not an influencer. Go and do some work out there.
We'll do.
All right, we're going to ask as well. We're moving on. You know what? I put it out there. If you've got any funny pictures from New Year's Eve or moments where you go, "How has that gone viral?" Let us know, and we'll try and get some of them out there. We'll ask as well just how damaging Manchester City's draw at Sunderland is for the title bid.
The German leading England. It all sounds a little bit odd, but as Thomas Tuchel tries to bring football home, here's how he ended up in one of the most scrutinised jobs in sport. Well, Tuchel started his footballing journey in the sleepy town of Krimbach. His leadership skills were obvious from an early age, with Tuchel even making subs during PE volleyball sessions. After a knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000. He led the club's under-19s to their league title 5 years later, but his perceived abrasive personality meant Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract. He went on to spend 5 years at the helm at Mainz before leaving the club for Dortmund. And there, Tuchel secured his first major trophy, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more pieces of silverware came next for Tuchel in just 5 seasons at PSG, Chelsea and Bayern Munich. And that CV impressed the top brass at the FA.
We found so many similarities and so many things that suited my approach and my hunger to achieve special things. I always wanted to come back to England.
Well, he says all the right things, but is destiny on Tuchel's side?
$26K for 2026 on talkSPORT.
Yeah, you listen to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. talkSPORT is promising a lucky someone the perfect start to this year. Dino, tell us more.
Yeah, talkSPORT is kicking off 2026 by giving you a chance to win a massive £26,000. At 12 p.m. on Friday the 9th of January, we will be calling one lucky winner with a guaranteed payment made that day. Yeah, it's 26 grand. So it's 26 grand for 2026. Here's how to enter.
Yeah, for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or call 0343 423 9761. Lines closed 12 p.m. on the 9th of January 2026. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents only, 18 plus. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com/win. So you have a chance to win 26 grand. Text WIN to 83338. Good luck. Right, over to the Stadium Light now. Sunderland held Man City to a goalless draw. Pep Guardiola's side missed the chance to close the gap to Arsenal, and now 4 points ahead of them. After the game, City boss Pep was asked about the impact this draw could have on the title ambitions.
Could this be damaging, looking back from the end of the season?
I don't know. I don't have the crystal ball to know exactly what happened.
You were ahead of where you were at this stage 2 years ago when you actually won the title, so a long way to go, isn't there?
Listen, I know you won't anticipate what's going to happen in the future. From my experience, I cannot answer you. I will have to tell you. So now it's recovery, because we have in less than 3 days another game at home, and that is going to do.
For more on this, I'm delighted to say that joining us, Guardian's Manchester correspondent, Jamie Jackson. All right, morning, Jamie.
Morning, Jamie.
Good morning, good morning.
It's early doors for you, Jamie. I'm normally speaking to you at half 11.
You are indeed, but I'm always up at this time to go running, Jamie.
You go for a run at half 6?
I do. Well, more or less.
Are you well?
Yeah.
It's freezing.
You tell me.
It's freezing out there, Jamie. You're mad.
Not getting any younger. Got to keep fit, gentlemen.
Yeah, true. That's true. We're all trying, that's for sure. Look, let's talk about Man City. Dominated possession, plenty of chances. Couldn't find a way through, though. What'd you make of the stalemate?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Sunderland were unbelievably good. I've not really seen a team do a number like that on Manchester City for a long while. Either team could have nicked it. Okay, City, towards the end, dominated. And, I thought the major bonus for City was Rodri. You know, he had to come on because of Gonzalez's injury at half-time, but he played well. And you know, because I cover them all the time, I'm aware of how cautious they've been with Rodri. He's had a few setbacks. You know, it's a year and a half, basically, since he got the initial injury. September, it was the Arsenal game at the Etihad of last season. And, you know, he played one really nice pass, I think, for Gavardiol. I think for a header that he nearly scored with, Rodri. But he was just starting to control the game. So, yeah, I mean, you could sort of say it's 2 points drop, but Guardiola's kind of got it right there. I mean, it's a long season. They're unbeaten at home, right? I mean, he's done an unbelievable job, Lebris, the Sunderland coach. I mean, he really has. The turnover of players, it is, you know, pretty remarkable. So I looked at that and thought, actually, it was a good point for Manchester City.
And Rodri got a game, didn't he, last night? He came on out. And there was signs, I thought, last night where obviously Pep, he teaches them when to attack and when not to attack until everybody's in the right position on the pitch. Otherwise, they get done on counter-attacks. So he'll be pleased with the clean sheet.
Yeah.
I think the bit where they break teams down, where they used to have De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, making that little diagonal run in behind the fullbacks, which pulls centre-halves out the middle of the goal, that leaves Haaland on his own for the cross. I think they're still working on that bit there. We've seen a bit of signs of it, Jamie, last night, but they didn't do enough. Yeah,
I agree. It's interesting you mentioned De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne there, Dean, because it's an obvious thing to say, but, you know, any team is going to miss basically one of the Premier League's best ever players, right? I know he was sort of injured or in and out of the team last season or so of his time there, but, you know, you're missing an X-factor footballer there. And it's interesting because it was one of Foden's quieter games yesterday evening. The reason I mention him is he's basically the De Bruyne replacement successor. So when he's on top, Phil Foden, a bit like De Bruyne, as we're discussing, City generally find a way through, as you're talking about. And you're right, those runs and the way that creates space for Haaland, it's not quite there for Manchester City. But what I would say, right, is generally he's kind of rebuilt this team now, Pep Guardiola. If you go back to that last season, I know they had a few injuries, but you talk about all the players they've missed. He's had to bring in people and, you know, sort of, you know, Reinders and Cherky especially. Again, he played well, I thought, last night. He has kind of rebuilt this team. He's done what Sir Alex Ferguson did, if you remember, at Manchester United, you know. Yeah. And Liverpool back in the 80s, you know, he's sort of rebuilt it. And if you then add Rodri back into it, if you can stay fit, I'd put them as favourites, really, for the title. I know they're 4 points behind Arsenal, I get all that, but I just think Guardiola's know-how, what we're talking about, the fact that Arsenal have come second 3 years on the bounce, I think it is. I just get the feeling City are going to come stronger and stronger. And I think Guardiola, if you could get to speak to him privately, what he really, really thinks, I bet he's really, really happy about how they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, look, in terms of moving forward, how close is Semenyo?
Yeah, good. Very close, very close. I mean, I'd be surprised if that does not go through today, tomorrow, end of the week. I mean, you know, it's just about crossing the I's and dotting the T's as far.
It's interesting, though, James, because Bournemouth have got Arsenal. So does he play? You know, because if I'm Pep Guardiola, Bournemouth are a better team with Semenyo in it, right?
Yeah. You
need to catch Arsenal. Arsenal are playing Bournemouth at R5. Does he start?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I know Guardiola, I know him a little bit through covering him basically since he's been at City. I think he just want the player through the door and that sort of thing. You know, if it occurs, you know, if that's part of the deal that he ends up playing in that game, then he won't argue about that. I think he just wants to play. But I hear what you're saying because that would could potentially damage Arsenal and the title.
Say he scores the winner, right? Say he scores the winner, and then the next day he signs for Man City.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to argue. I know you'd be happy, wouldn't you, Jamie?
I'll be delighted. It's a good move for him, though. Do you think it's the right move for Semenyo? Good move for Man City?
No, that's a really good question. I think if he gets in the team and listens to Guardiola, it's a good move. I mean, you look at what Doku's done this season. I mean, he came on again yesterday evening, and again he looks a proper player. You know, he's consistent now, and you've got to say that's down to Guardiola's sort of coaching. He was a bit in and out before, but you know, he comes on and he scares defences. So if Semenyo can do the same thing, it's an interesting signing because it probably means that Oscar Bob may well leave. You know, one of the other wide players. But you know what that says to me is Guardiola again is trying to strengthen from a position of strength again, like all the you know, like a Chelsea or a United going back or Liverpool would do. You know, just add when they're sort of on top or on the rise again, because you could argue he doesn't really need this player now because of, you know, the way they're going, the other players. But I understand why he's done it. So I think it is a good signing if if he listens to Pep Guardiola, which I'm sure he will do. Because the reason why I'm saying that is Guardiola, as you basically mentioned there, Dean, you know, he has a really, really strong tactical structure of when to attack, when not to, and players have to listen, basically.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Sunday, Jamie. Man United, the other team in Manchester.
Yes.
Leeds United away. Leeds have gone 6 games now without losing. Good result last night. But
Yes.
Man United still seem to have a cloud over them until you look at the league table.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's at 6th on 30 points.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if they'd beaten Wolves, they would have gone 4th on goal difference, I think, above Liverpool at the time, certainly. Yeah. It's an interesting one, this. I think part of it is because it's Manchester United that any sort of like iffy result, etc., can be a little bit sort of looked through a Manchester United prism. But at the same time, I mean, I'll just give you a quick example. Some of Abraham's decisions I do think are questionable. So Xerxes scores in that game. I know it's a deflected goal, but he takes him off at half time.
Yeah.
And a bit like you were saying with Calvert-Lewin earlier in the show, Dean, why take out a player? I know that was from the start for Leeds, but why take off a player like Xerxes, who scored a goal? His tail is up. He's lacking confidence anyway, but he scored the goal, and you take him off. Mm-hmm. You just think,
I think Xerxes all right, by the way. I think he's a nice footballer.
I hear you, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. And also, the previous game they played at 4 at the back. I think it was against Newcastle. They beat them. They played really well. He goes back to a 3. So you can understand why people, you know, Manchester United fans, of which I'm not one, but why United fans and, you know, people like us who analyse the game are thinking, what's going on here, Ruben Amorim?
Yeah.
But zooming out a little bit, you look at the table. Yeah, they're still in there. I think what I would say is if they don't get top 5 this season, I think that is a disappointment. And you look back at these sort of games we're discussing, Everton, West Ham, Wolves, and think, yeah, this is where they kind of lost it. And that would be on the head coach, I have to say. They are after a midfielder, someone like Ruben Neves this window. Yeah, like a number 6 player. So they get someone like him in. They're also looking
Ruben Neves, they should have signed him 4 years ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's out of contract in the summer, so if he doesn't sign a new deal in Saudi Arabia, it'd be about 20 or 30 million euros. So you can see why they want to do that. He's only 28 still.
Yeah.
The other player they were looking at was Gallagher, Conor Gallagher, Atletico Madrid. I'm not too sure whether that's going to happen because of the player. But what I'm trying to say is he is trying to strengthen. But yeah, I mean, they're probably about 4 or 5 top players away from being the real deal.
Okay, all right. Jamie, you're a star, mate. Appreciate your time. Go for a run.
Cheers.
All right, Jamie Jackson there, Manchester correspondent. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Right, Chelsea fans, want to hear from you today if you're out and about. Give us a call. Where does the club go next? Liam Rossigna is apparently a front runner. What do you make of that? 03 717 223344. French football expert Julian Lorenz will be with us later to assess whether leading contender Liam Rossigna is the right man to step into the seat. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
You are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. What do we know this Friday morning? Australia batter Usman Khawaja has announced that he will retire immediately from international cricket following the final Ashes Test in Sydney, which gets underway tomorrow. Arnie Slot slammed the referee in during Liverpool's 0-0 draw with Leeds. Slot unhappy that his side was denied a couple of penalties. And Gian Van Veen demolished Luke Humphries 5-1 to set up a blockbuster clash with Gary Anderson in today's semi-final. Here's how the winning moment sounded on talkSPORT 2 and the Darts YouTube channel.
For the Dutchman at double 16, he only needed one. And for the first time, Jan van Veen goes through to the semi-finals of the PDC World Darts, knocking out the champion from 2 years ago, continues his excellent run of form against Luke Humphries, and averaging just over 105, will now meet Gary Anderson tomorrow night in what should be a pulsating semi-final at the Alexandra Palace.
Yeah, you can hear the semi-final matches tonight. Luke Littler facing Ryan Searle, and Gian Van Veen is facing Gary Anderson on talkSPORT 2, the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Angelina Kelly is with us in the studio for a look at the morning's front pages and back pages. All right, Angelina?
I'm
Morning.
good. How are you guys?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah. I wasn't here yesterday. I took the day off.
I know, yeah. Yeah, we
nice.
did notice.
Yeah.
You didn't fancy it, no?
No.
Looked at the roster.
Needed my rest.
Did
Needed
you?
some rest,
Big
yeah,
night out?
Yeah. Big enough.
Big enough.
Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, not bad.
Good answer.
Yeah. I will not disclose what time I got home. Anyway,
I was coming to work on New Year's Day, right? And there were people standing outside pubs. It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
6:30. I'm thinking, go home.
Ridiculous, isn't
Like,
it?
they're all standing outside. The pubs are shut, and everyone's just hanging around drinking outside. It's freezing.
I know. No, I wasn't that bad. I definitely wasn't that bad because I'm with you. Too cold. No, absolutely no need to still be stood outside. But talking about pubs, got some bad news.
Go on.
Price of pints are going up even higher.
No, they're not.
Impossible.
They are. So lager, bitter and cider prices will have us crying into our pints, going up by 2.7% from next month. So one of them, Moretti, for example, is already £6.4.
£6 for a Moretti?
Going to go up to £6.20.
Hang on a minute. It's like
Getting ripped off, Dino.
It's a tenner over the road.
It is.
Tenner.
Yeah, it's £8 out in London.
Yeah.
Right. Not to be a humbug, but yesterday I spent 5 minutes trying to calculate how much the pub makes from a bottle of gin. Right? So it's £11 for a shot of gin.
What's that noise?
And the bottle, I worked it out, the amount of gin that was in the bottle, they make £440 selling that bottle for £11 for a shot of gin.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, I worked it out, the millilitres and the maths. I worked it all out.
Right.
And they make £440.
Where were you doing this?
Yeah.
In the Redwood.
Is that how bad the games
I was going to say, was the company that terrible that you started doing long multiplications and stuff?
No, I was just we were talking like humbugs yesterday about the price of everything.
Oh, you were?
Off.
But is this because your resolution, you're not drinking cheap stuff anymore? Is this why you?
He ain't drinking no silly bang.
Yeah.
So my New Year's resolution is to have a bit more patience with people, like when the bank.
Okay.
The bank are robbing you. And then you get robbed every time you go out for a meal.
Yeah.
You get robbed on the motorway.
Yeah.
People giving you speeding tickets. People giving you parking
Never heard of
tickets.
someone wanting to have patience with being robbed.
Yeah. So I need to put it all behind me and have a fresh outlook.
Yeah.
Clear my mind and be like a bit more.
You're sat in
positive.
the Redwood counting how much they make on a bottle of gin.
In fact, I'll just scrap it.
Just scrap it, mate. We're getting ripped off.
You need to be a bit zen. So maybe like a bit of meditation. Maybe would that help? Bit of yoga or something. Have you got any resolutions?
No.
Do you do them?
No, I never stick to them. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Lose a bit of weight. I mean, it's the same one every year, though.
Well, apparently young people have got these new resolutions and they're taking their health and well-being to the extreme. So 76% of Gen Z and millennial Brits are saying that the resolutions of their parents, low-fat diets, slimming clubs, celebrity exercise DVDs. I didn't even realise that was still
What, is that still a thing?
I don't think it is.
No, it's
Surely
not.
not. People aren't buying DVDs
No
anymore.
one's buying a celebrity DVD. Like no one's doing that.
No, but they said that they're outdated. So the new ones, ice baths.
Yeah, I've
Fancy
got
an ice bath? Yeah.
I've got one.
Ice bath? No.
No, not doing an ice bath. Zero caffeine.
What?
No caffeine
I've
at
heard
all.
about this, yeah.
What are you on about?
So like having no coffee, nothing with caffeine. So like
So like a
certain
decaf,
sugary-
like a decaf coffee.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Might as well have a mint tea.
You go down.
I think some of those herbal teas have caffeine in as well.
What is the point? I never understand. Like, you want to have a coffee and it's decaf.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Vitamin IV drips.
I mean,
putting a drip in your arm.
Yeah, so it's like a vitamin C. So a lot of people will have them if they have like really bad hangovers. If you're not doing anything the next day, they'll get an IV drip.
I've had one of them in Vegas. I went to Vegas.
Oh, you'd need one in Vegas, yeah.
I had one a long time ago, and I was in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, not feeling your best.
Weren't feeling great. I had to get on a flight home. I ended up missing the flight, but I got
Okay.
one of them IV drips.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it did sort me out.
Did it?
Yeah.
IV drip. Let me just write this down.
An IV drip.
Coffee.
So no
Ice
coffee,
baths.
ice baths.
Yeah. IV drip.
And for the people that are single, no dating apps.
No dating apps.
No dating apps.
Yeah.
Why?
I've
I
added
guess
it
people
all up.
want to try and meet people in person.
No one meets
now.
anyone anymore.
Yeah, but
No one
that's
meets
sad.
anyone.
Like people won't approach each other because it's so accessible now, just going on dating apps.
Yeah,
so.
it is, but I just feel like that's the modern way of being. It's just
Yeah.
the way that it is.
Yeah.
But any of those? So the
Well,
IV
I've just
drip,
wrote it
do you
all
think-
down. Coffee with no caffeine,
Yeah.
ice bath, IV drip. No, yeah.
I'm not being funny. It's nothing new, that is it? I mean, come on.
I've put it into my calculator. It comes out boring. You wouldn't want to go on holidays with that person.
Very true.
Yeah, and finally, gifters keep on giving. Have you ever re-gifted something that you've been given for
Yes.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
So Brits, they're not just giving them away, they're actually selling them. So there are a number of items on resale websites. It's going to triple the first Sunday of the new year. So it's called Sell It Sunday. So
Okay.
if you want to sell anything on Sunday, get it online.
Okay.
That's when everyone is doing it. Did either of you get a gift this year? that
No,
you think
but
you want to get rid of?
I had an engagement party for me and my missus. A lot of people come, and everyone brought champagne. Right.
Oh, that's all right.
Right, so everyone brought champagne. They brought it, but bottles of champagne, and we were very grateful. But I had 50 bottles of champagne.
Oh,
sat in my
that's
house.
tough. That what a tough life. Should have brought some in for us. We've all had a bottle.
I did, but I do the sports bar, and we drunk it before it made it to breakfast. But I started to think, I was like, do you know what? I need to get rid of some of these bottles. So around Christmas time, family, or you go
give
to
them all a bottle.
Yeah, you're going around. I went round my mate's house for New Year's Eve. Take a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
But the missus, which obviously, me being me, because I don't really look, on some of the bottles it says,
It's personalised.
congratulations, Jamie and Kezia, right? So I've took one round to my mate's house. I hand it to my mate, and he goes,
You got caught out.
yeah, says congratulations on your engagement.
Trying to peel it off on
Yeah,
the
I was
side. No,
like-
it doesn't.
So, you got to try and get rid of the stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
The worst present I've ever given anybody
Yeah.
this Christmas. Right, there's nothing wrong with home bargains,
No.
but I went in there because I heard they were doing hampers.
Yeah.
Right, so I went in there, but it's a breakfast tea hamper.
Oh, right.
Right, so it's a little hamper in a basket. It's got 2 bits of jam in it,
Right.
some shortbreads,
Right.
and a bag of tea bags.
Yeah.
Some
right.
people would probably like that.
Cling film over it in
Yeah, the
red
hamper.
paper, a £5.
Yeah. all
Right, so I bought it thinking, what I'll do, I'll go down the delicatessen, get some proper
Add
cheese
some bits.
and add some expensive bits to it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah.
And but I couldn't get the cling film off and get it back on. You know what I mean? It was sealed. So if I'd have ripped it,
Oh, you did give the gate. Could you not have
Yeah.
just stapled it to
Well,
the
no.
cling film or something?
so I give that to my daughter, and I can only
Your
apologise.
daughter?
You gave your daughter some
Oh, that's
And I
bang
took it
out of
off her and I
order.
gave it
tea.
to
Gave
my
her some
other daughter.
tea.
No, I'm
For a
sorry.
fiver,
I thought you were going to say it was like the postman or a neighbour. That's
just laughed
how
at
much
me.
thought you put into your daughter's
No, I give
present.
her other things, but I just thought that's bad. That.
Oh my
I shouldn't
god!
have done
No,
that.
that's
Glad you're not
disgusting.
my dad. Flipping heck, that'd be.
And she's in her 30s, so
So she got some tea.
no, I got
Because all 30-year-olds, all they do is sit and drink tea.
I
yeah.
can only apologise for that.
Yeah.
It'll never happen
I'm glad
again.
you're apologising on national radio
I
because
can't-
that's quite
Yeah, it's bad.
disgraceful.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with home bargains. I like going in.
No, love home bargains.
Home bargains is good.
Home bargains,
I like
B&M,
home bargains, mate. You
all
get
the-
everything
yeah.
in there.
You go in there for a paintbrush and you
Yeah.
spend 35 quid, don't you, before you know it?
Yeah, and no paintbrush.
Another place you get robbed.
Well, you don't
I don't know if you get robbed in
Not
home
as bad.
bargains. No, it's all right in there.
You should see the hampers they got in there for a £5. Magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting robbed, though.
Dino, you made me die.
Go on.
All right, Angelina, we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angelina.
Speaking to host of Chelsea Fan TV, Alex Harris, next, asking whether he'd like to see a club legend like Frank Lampard or John Terry to replace Enzo Maresca.
To succeed, people often say you need to think outside the box. In sports, every now and then someone does just that and comes up with a crazy idea for an exhibition event that nobody else could have dreamt up. Here are some of the most iconic we've ever seen. I mean, what an image. This was the setting for the Battle of the Surfaces in 2007 between Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal. The court in Nadal's home of Mallorca reportedly took 19 days to build and cost £1.2 million. The players had to change their shoes every time they changed ends, and despite some dodgy bits of grass, they slugged out an epic three-setter, won by Nadal. But that's not even the most famous exhibition in tennis, because in 1973, we got the Battle of the Sexes, watched by 50 million people in the US alone. Billie Jean King's victory over Bobby Riggs was not only a landmark event for entertainment value, but also for its impact on the fight for gender equality in sports. I mean, the Battle of the Surfaces never got turned into a movie. Now, imagine a motor race that involved American Indy cars and European F1 cars. Well, that happened twice, back in 1957 and 58. The race of the two worlds took place at Monza and was nicknamed Monzanapolis. Despite legends like Sterling Moss, Phil Hill and Mike Hawthorne racing the F1 cars, the Americans won both years. Fans and the teams loved it, but it didn't make enough money, so got canned. For its cast list alone, though, the greatest exhibition might have to go to the Princess Diana Memorial match at Lord's. Mike Atherton captained a Marylebone Cricket Club side, with Sachin Tendulkar leading a rest of the world 11. Names like Wasim Akram, Sourav Ganguly, Andy Flower and Neil Kumble and Glenn McGrath turned out. The one-dayer, won by the rest of the world by 6 wickets, raised more than £1 million for the Princess of Wales Memorial Fund. Incredible all round.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Save on your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale. I'm Jamie O'Hara and I'm alongside the grumpiest man, Dean Saunders.
I'm not grumpy.
Well, you know, we're getting ripped off. We're doing this, we're doing that. You know, you've got to cheer up.
Out my system.
It's the 2nd of Jan. You've got to get in good spirits, mate. You know, it's a great
I could say a lot worse.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got another level of grumpiness.
Have you? I want to hear it.
Where everything's wrong. No. Listen, and without bringing the show down, lots of my teammates I played with, and I'll just name a few of them, and I don't want to bring the show down. No, Daley Atkinson, we need to remember him. Cyril Regis, Hugo Ekiog, Rob Hindmarsh, Gary Ablett, Gary Speed. Lots of players I played with, not here anymore.
Yeah.
So you've got to enjoy every day. You've got to go out, enjoy it. If you want to have a pint, like I said yesterday, have a pint. Yeah. If you want to play golf,
it's going to cost
you
you £6.20.
Yeah, but we're here.
Get ripped off,
You're lucky. We're lucky to be here every day.
We are.
Because these lads I named, they're all in their 40s when they left.
Yeah.
And there's more. I've left a few out. J. Lloyd Samuel's another one.
Yeah.
There's lots of players that we played with who are not here anymore. So you got to enjoy every day.
Enjoy it. Is that
I
your
brought
tip?
the show down, have I?
No, well, you did that at 6:05.
Well, we've got to remember them anyway. So all their families will be pleased. We've remembered them.
Yeah.
Gary Ablett, Gary Speed, Dalian, all mates of ours.
Yeah. No, you're right. Right, let's talk about Enzo Maresca's time at Chelsea. He's come to an abrupt end yesterday.
Since I joined the club, the last 48 hours has been the worst because many people didn't support us.
And boos ring around Stamford Bridge. It's 1 win in 7.
And Enzo Maresca have parted company. Enzo Maresca no longer the Chelsea manager.
He doesn't feel protected, and there's kind of a line that he feels certain people within the project have crossed in terms of interfering.
I'm really sorry to see Enzo Maresca not be the Chelsea head coach anymore, and I do think the hierarchy, I think they need to look at themselves.
All I can say is that Chelsea lost an incredible manager, but the decision has been made. And
he had been having some kind of link with Manchester City. Him and his camp had alerted Chelsea as contracted to do that Manchester City and Juventus had shown an interest, and from what I understand, as part of that, he'd asked for a new contract.
We understand that Liam Rosenior, who manages Strasbourg, is in contention for the job.
Rosenior is someone that Chelsea's hierarchy and those within Blueco think has done a good job.
Oliver Glasner is the one I would 100%. That's where I would go. He has proven himself to be an excellent manager.
Yeah, Maresca led the team to UEFA Conference League and Club World Cup success, but poor run in the Premier League, just 1 win in 7 games. Tensions behind the scenes saw the club decide a change was needed. For more on this, we're joined by the founder of Chelsea Fan TV, Alex Harris. Good morning, Al.
Morning, Alex.
I wouldn't call it a good morning, but hi.
Oh.
You're not happy?
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It gets worse every year, boys. It gets worse every year. I came on here 10 months ago. I said, this ownership are killing us. And they've done it. We're dead.
Well, I mean, he's left you in a... Look, Maresca's left.
We're not Chelsea anymore. We are
No, but you're a
CFC London.
You're a different Chelsea, though. You're not Roman Abramovich Chelsea. You're a different Chelsea.
We're pathetic. I can't... You don't understand. We have the worst owners in world football. They're worse than the Glazers. They're worse than the Glazers.
Come on, mate.
The demise of Man United took 15, 20 years. They've done it in less than 5. They've killed us. They've killed us. A manager has been sacked because he doesn't have control of rotation. He doesn't have control of his own substitutions. He's not allowed any say in the transfer market. He's got nothing. He's got no... I salute Maresca for walking out. Apparently he's waived off severance as well. He's been happy to leave Chelsea without even getting paid. Do you know how bad your club needs to be for a manager to walk out the door and not even ask for a full severance package? Mourinho always got paid. Tuchel got paid. They all got paid. Why has Maresca just walked out the door? There is big problems at Chelsea. We are red flag FC. We are balance the book FC. We are accountancy FC. We are private equity FC. I'm just so finished. And of course, there's already a protest organised, 17th of January, 1 o'clock before Brentford. You've got to come out, guys, because this is just ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an elite football club being dragged through the depths. I mean, you talk about in the mud. What's below that? That's how I feel right now. I was trying to celebrate New Year. I'm getting notification. This must be a joke. And then I wake up on New Year's Day. It's been sacked. We are not a serious football club. And not to mention that, Blucher, they're also going to sabotage Strasbourg season. Because Liam Rosnier, he's the man that's going to solve our problems. Liam Rosnier, the man who before he managed Strasbourg was at Hull and Brighton. Of course he was at Brighton. This is criminal. This is the worst decision I think I've ever... This is worse than when Tuchel got sacked in many ways, because at least Maresca understood the project. He knew what he was signing up for, but it turns out it was even worse than that.
Well, when they first took over and we tried to work out, they spent £1 billion. They give the manager a load of players, and we were questioning, how can you give a footballer an 8-year contract? Football's been going for hundreds of years. There's obvious reasons why you don't give someone an 8-year contract, because you get in your armchair and that's you done for 8 years. If things go against you, you just go, right, I'm not going anywhere. You ain't getting rid of me. I got 7 years left. Look at Mudryk. Now, I understand that financial fair play, they've given him long contracts to spread to try and get round the rules. But when you give him players 7 or 8 year contracts, it just breeds complacency. You just sit in. Some players will fight and try and get back in the team, but most of them will go, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run my contract down. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to play. And my value that you paid for me is going to be 0. There's one thing I didn't agree with, but you're right. You're trying to say there's worse owners who give you no money.
Well, yeah, look, what I would say, Al, is I hear you. Like, I hear you. They're not in a good place at the minute, Chelsea, with what's going on, but it is a brilliant football club. You're 5th in the table. There have been some positives this season. The December was a disaster for you guys. I get that. But your performances against Barcelona are good. Against Arsenal, you got some top players in Casado, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Esteval. I know you're digging out the ball, but there could be some bright lights at the end of it. No,
any light is gone. That is gone. We have shown our true colours, guys. Remember when Egbali came in, he said that Chelsea wasn't well managed on the football side. We weren't data driven enough. He was criticising what Abramovich did. Apparently, we sacked too many managers. We've sacked 5. Surprise, surprise. Like, there's no trust the process anymore. There is no trust the process. As other fans have said before me, it's now a case of trust the process. Honestly, I do not understand how you can look at this club right now and the way we're being run at the moment and see any light at the end of the tunnel. Because do you see us striving more than a club like Aston Villa? No, I don't see us. I don't. At least Jim Radcliffe is a Man United
You won the Club
fan.
World Cup. All right, let's not get away from that. You won the Club World Cup.
Despite self-sabotage, we were able to have some success, which is more credit to Maresca, who I didn't like last season. He showed that actually, you know what, even working with owners, they don't want to invest in ready-made players. They don't give you a centre-back. They don't give you a competent goalkeeper. They don't give you an experienced striker. You don't have a proper left winger, and you're still able to win 2 trophies. That just proves it's baffling, this decision. It's absolutely baffling. And then we've got Juventus. We've got Man City knocking on Maresca's door. This is the biggest compliment that you could ever ask for. It was brilliant. It was like, you know what, Chelsea? I don't have a problem with this model if we are able to actually stick to our guns and show some backbone. We can't even last 2 years with a manager. How are we going to compete for silverware? You look at Arsenal, you can criticise Arteta, you can criticise everything. They stuck by him, they supported him, and that is a footballing project, whatever you want to call it. And we are no longer a footballing project. Ed Barley, remember, when he took over Chelsea, he said he was inspired by the Brighton model. And that inspiration is shining through because we're turning into the London version of Brighton, honestly. We're going to continue to see wages being cut. We're going to continue to see young players that are unproven signed, like you said, on those 7-8 year contracts. You say that players are in the armchair. It's more like they're stuck behind prison bars because I don't think Cole Palmer is going to want to be a part of this project. Moises Caicedo has not signed an extension. And we know that actually when you look at this model, Todd Bowley said it himself, if there's a player that's got 2-3 years left on his contract, that's when they're looking to sell because they want them to extend before that. So in the next couple of years, if you don't get an extension from a Caicedo, other players, then you'll see them getting sold as well because Chelsea are not going to lose players for free. But I think today the main message needs to be that the fan base has been lost on this project. I don't support it. I don't understand it. And to be quite honest with you, I feel physically sick. And that's not because I was hungover from New Year. It's because of the decision.
Alex, Alex, clear it up for us. So what is this strategy? The owners?
The strategy is build a club up in value without winning trophies by lowering the wages. So Brighton's
you won 2 trophies,
famously said that he liked the fact that Brighton's model meant they'd spent 10% of their revenue on wages. Now, you compare that to a side like Aston Villa. They're spending as much as they can on wages. That's the first thing. The second thing is you only sign young players because they retain their value or they can go up in value, okay? So it's less risky. You can see Delap, you see Garnacho, you could probably get your money back if you wanted to. Whereas if we signed Ollie Watkins, which a lot of fans want, in 3 years he loses his value. So that's another part of it. But the main thing is we're now a selling club. There's been reports coming out that Clear Lake don't care if we win the Carabao Cup. I'm hardly surprised. They're not going to make any money from that. And ultimately, they're just going to continue to cut costs and raise season ticket prices. And you know, the crazy thing is we're run by private equity. Their sole concern is money. And we don't even have a front of shirt sponsor. How many football clubs at this level have no front of shirt sponsorship when you are run by private equity? The whole goal of private equity is to go into a business, make it more profitable, and then sell it for a profit. You've missed out on almost £100 million of front of shirt sponsor cash. It's ridiculous. So we can't even manage the football side, and the business side is pathetic as well. Like I can't. I'm lost for words, boys. I'm lost for words.
Yeah, I feel like you are, Alex. Just lastly, the manager. You are going to need a manager. Liam Rossigna is looking like a bit of a front runner. What do you make of
that? You know, honestly, Liam, if you're listening to this, don't accept. Please turn us down, because this is just a joke. You won't get any support at Chelsea from the fan base. You won't get support from the board. The players won't respect you. Why would they? Ultimately, it's just a lose-lose. Stay at Strasbourg. You're having a good time out there. Nice food in France. Like, just stay away from Chelsea. Honestly, we're not going to get a top manager, Oliver Glasner. Who's honestly thinking Oliver Glasner is going to take this job? He is going to turn us down straight away. The Porto manager's come out and said he's committed to Porto. Like, we've killed any opportunity of having a genuinely competent manager. All you had to do was back Maresca, and then God forbid the results changed in a few years, whatever. Like, at least they could say he was given a bit of time. He hasn't even had that. You gave him a 5-year contract. You gave Potter a 5-year contract. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, I mean, my message is, honestly, I've given up.
All right. For what it's worth, Alex, up till yesterday, before they sacked him, I thought the club was going in the right direction after watching the Aston Villa game.
Well, you're correct. You're correct. That's the strange thing. We were going in a good direction, and then you shoot yourself in the foot. It's like you're having a race, and then you just decide to stop. Yeah, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, no problem. Why are we doing this? It's clear, because we don't have enough ambition. We're not looking at where we need to be right now. All we care about is 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line. What about now, guys? I mean, there's only so much of this we can take. 4 years, and I'm just sick of it.
Well, happy New Year, Alex.
Yeah,
happy New Year, boys.
Alex, you're a star. Thanks for coming on. Alex Harris, Chelsea Fan TV. He's not a happy bunny.
That's passion. That's passion.
Yeah, no, very good. He's not happy about it. Chelsea people can get involved. 03717 223344. We're going to look back at yesterday's Championship action as well, including my old mob, Pompey. Got pumped 5-0 by Bristol City. listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. Now it's time for a bit of this.
How can you not love the EFL when it throws up moments like this?
Here's Hogg!
Oh, it's come back to Zamora! It's Tick-off again! City fans can't believe it. What a match.
Windass! Quite simply destined to be from Team Windass.
We're in London. Hey, we're in London, aren't we?
Leeds can beat you 4-1. They're a fantastic team. But we had someone in the bushes that day twice this season now.
No sirve para nada.
I didn't know I would have such a reaction.
That ghost didn't head one in on Saturday. We didn't defend properly, you great chicken nugget.
We hear that Jimmy Glass, the goalkeeper, has scored for Carlisle.
You just never know which twist any game is going to turn next.
Must I forever be a beggar?
Unbelievable. The EFL Championship always brings up some unbelievable moments. Angelina Kelly back with us. What you got for us? What's going on?
And you back again. Do you know why she's back?
Go on.
She likes being in here with us.
You reckon?
She likes it, yeah.
She loves it.
Do you know why she
Why
likes
would she not want to love sitting down next to Dean Saunders?
Because we don't have coffee with no caffeine in it. We don't have ice baths. We don't have dating apps. We don't eat lettuce.
Yeah, and pints are too expensive.
And we don't like pictures all day on your own and get likes back.
Yeah.
And call it a good day. Basically, boring.
And I couldn't imagine being with any other company.
Yeah.
So there you go. EFL, though, Sheffield United 3, Leicester 1. Leicester manager has said that the fans' anger is completely fair. Third defeat in 4 games. He apologised, said that they need to stick together. Former Leicester striker Tom Cannon, he actually got the second goal for Sheffield. Really good performance overall. You know, they're now in 15th, Leicester 2 places above them. Could Leicester be stuck in the Championship for a few years? Because the owners don't want to invest. It's not been great for the manager. You know, I can't see them in the Premier League anytime soon.
No. I think that moment's gone for them for a while. I think they need to regroup. I think they need to change direction. I think they've got players there who I think they're probably still trying to get off the wage bill. I think it's disappointing for them. They're probably because they're a good football club, brilliant training facilities, a really good stadium. They've just had I feel they've had just a bit of a fall off, and they need to kind of regroup again. They'll be back because they're a big team, but I think this season I can't imagine them going.
Some big results yesterday for a few teams. I mean, Oxford needed a win yesterday. They're sinking. Swansea got a win. My team.
Yep.
Got a big pushed them away from bottom. Sheffield United. If you've had a bet on Sheffield United,
I reckon they're getting the playoffs.
Do you think they're going to get there?
I think they're getting playoffs. I do. They're a
Chris Wilder's got them going again, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of games to play. Do you know what I mean? Like Chris Wilder knows how to get out of the Championship. Chris Wilder knows how to get wins. Week in, week out. You know, to beat them 3-1. I look at them and I go, I mean, it wasn't long ago. There was bottom.
Exactly. It looked dire, didn't it? Elsewhere, Birmingham lost 3-0 to Watford. Hat-trick for Tom Ince, Paul Ince's son. His first league hat-trick since December 2015.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Watford made it 4 successive Championship wins. This extended Birmingham's winless run to 7 games since actually beating Watford at the start of December. And the fans, they were letting their feelings be known.
Sideways and backwards, everywhere we go.
Sideways and backwards. Everywhere we go.
Sideways and backwards.
Wow.
Can you believe they've not won a league game on New Year's Day since 1991?
Hold on a minute, right? Birmingham, right? They've come up from League One. I know that Birmingham are a big club and they've had they smashed League One, but they're a bang average Championship team, right? They were. And I think they've got a bit of a cheek to be singing that when they've just come up and the club's trying to get the feel-good factor. They was all cheering them, turning up when they were smashing League One to bits. It's tough in the Championship.
Yep.
It's not easy. Every team's a decent team. Everyone's got a few quid to spend on wages. There's good players everywhere you go. So, I'd calm down a little bit, Birmingham City. Get back in your box.
I mean, the American owners, they're pretty ambitious. They've put money into the club, and they will surely be wanting, they'll be wanting playoffs. They've fallen to 17th. So the manager, Chris Davies, he's got to be under pressure. Haven't won since December 1st.
Yeah, that's not
I don't know how much longer he's got, especially when you've got these owners that are ambitious, that want something quick to happen. I'm not too sure how much longer he's got.
I'm just looking at the form. That's a bad December for them.
Yeah.
Do you know who's whispering into the biggest story ever in football?
Go on.
Wrexham.
Go on, what are you saying?
They won again yesterday, look.
Beat Blackburn, yeah.
3 points off the playoffs.
Yeah,
if they get up again this year,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the best story ever in football.
If they get up, no, it ain't happening.
It is. They've only lost 6 games out of 25.
If it does, it'll be incredible. But I just can't see how it's Wrexham going up. They was in the National League.
I was manager.
You started it, Dino.
Honestly, when I think back, we had to give Mateus Pogba £100 coins out of the the program.
Yeah.
The program sellers.
Yeah.
Out of their little Robin Hood money bag.
Yeah.
I had to give him £100 coins because I had no cash on me for his expenses.
Yeah.
That's how much he got paid.
Yeah.
100 quid. When I look now where they are, we thought it was a joke when the two film stars took over, didn't we?
Yeah, well...
I think we all thought it's a bit of a joke. They're not going to last. Not only have they put money into the club, and the whole town has had a massive lift.
When you think of some of the celebrities that have been to watch games, you'd never think they'd set foot in Wrexham.
No.
I'm so pleased for the fans and the groundsman, who's still the groundsman now. Kevin, the groundsman, is my gardener. Does my garden for me. He's still there. But
you'd have thought he'd have sacked that off by now.
The secretary
doing your garden.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got bigger fish to fry now at Wrexham. He's got to be, fully focused. You're lucky he's still, he's still honouring you with his presence. Really.
What, Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin, right? Hilarious. One day, I said to him, Kev, we got 3 pitches at training ground, right?
Yeah.
If I squeeze one in, I can squeeze an extra pitch in. So in November, the pitches aren't worn out. We've got a good pitch to train on.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the middle of the pitch 3, there's a water hydrant in the ground.
Right.
With an AstroTurf, like a little box.
Yeah.
Like a little box.
Yeah.
With an AstroTurf top on it.
Yeah.
So it started raising a bit, with the water coming out of it.
Right.
And the ball started bouncing off. I said, that's raised that bump there. It's going to be a bit dangerous. So I went, Kev, can you lower that hydrant down a bit so the ball's not bouncing over it and people are going to twist their ankles? He goes, yeah, I'll sort that, Gaff. I'll sort that this afternoon.
Yeah.
I come back and he went, I've sorted that out, Gaff. I went out on the pitch. Yeah. He turfed over the water hydrant. I said, Kev, we can't get to the tap. He went, oh, I never thought of that. So, Kev, Happy New Year if you're listening out there.
And that's the man you trust to do your garden.
My God, yeah.
He's still there, hopefully.
All of them, everybody at Wrexham, they've seen the lowest of the lowest times. And to be where they are now, it's unbelievable.
Flying high.
He made that mistake with you and not with like the new owners. And he's learned from his mistakes, with you.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine
he hasn't.
The American. He's not.
Yeah, he probably ain't.
And Charlie, the head groundsman, Charlie, didn't have enough money to sharpen the blades on the mower. He's coming to me going, Gaffer, I'm sorry about the grass, but we haven't got enough money to service the mower. And now he's got the best machines you've ever seen. I've seen him driving them along the pitch.
Yeah.
So he's loving it.
Yeah, no,
everyone at Wrexham, well done to everybody.
Yeah, fair play to them. They're flying high. Ipswich flying high as well. They won 2-1. That's a big result for them. They could win it. Coventry slipped up a little bit, so all to play for in the EFL.
It is, definitely.
Amazing stuff. Angeline's going to be back with us again for a bit of transfer Tinder. Up next, though, we're going to speak to a Spurs fan. Cannot believe the arrogance of the Chelsea fan, Alex Harris, we just heard from.
Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. Something like this?
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision.
It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top level of football refereeing? You can apply to become a referee through your local county FA from as soon as your 14th birthday. After spending several hours either in the classroom or on the pitch, they'll grant you Level 7 status, which allows you to officiate amateur games. Then you'll work your way through the ranks of amateur football, not reaching the National League until Level 2. It's a long process, bearing in mind every level from 7 upwards takes an average of a year. Also, there's no specific number of games you have to ref or hours you have to log before moving on up. You simply just have to be good enough. Once you're Level 2 and have enough experience at a National League level, you can apply to the EFL to become a Level 1 referee. Then it's on you to get enough experience to climb through the ranks and eventually become a Premier League referee. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough to officiate games in the top flight. So if you want to make it to the top, there's less than a 1 in 1,000 chance of doing it, and it'll take you a decade to get there.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders and Arnold Clark's Real Sale. There's huge savings to be had on over 20,000 used cars. If you missed it a moment ago, we spoke to Alex Harris, the host of Chelsea Fan TV, about Enzo Maresca's dismissal. Here's a taster of what he had to say.
They've killed us. They've killed us. A manager has been sacked because he doesn't have control of rotation. He doesn't have control of his own substitutions. He's not allowed any say in the transfer market. He's got nothing. He's got I salute Maresca.
Well, there you go. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but there's definitely been a disagreement on strategy. It could be anything from don't try and pick the team, I'm the manager. Don't tell me who to sign, I'm the manager. Or the other way around, where they've said we're going to sign someone, and he's gone, well, I don't want him. I'm not going to play him, so I'm not doing that deal. And anything from it'll come out in the end. But they're fifth in the league, Jamie.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not that bad. They're doing. I thought they were doing okay. They had a bad December, but they had a bad December last year.
Did anybody tell them, right, when you sign this strategy you're on, when you sign in young players, did anybody say you do realise that the results are going to be a bit inconsistent because they're young players? Why do you think Arsenal have got a team full of experienced players, and Liverpool? They're not like gambling on putting players in and hoping that they do well. You're going to lose games that you shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
Because young players make mistakes. They're learning on the job.
Yeah.
Did anybody tell them that?
Well, probably not. Let's go to Darren. He's a Spurs fan. He's phoned us up. Right, Daz?
Hi, Daz.
Hi guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Daz, you weren't happy with a Chelsea fan?
No, because I think they're moaning babies. They've had success so many years. And they're moaning about 1 or 2 years where they've had success, and they've been sacking managers when they were having success. So this is nothing new for Chelsea. And there are clubs that don't allow their managers to sign their players. And if they can't deal with it, then the manager will go. But the problem isn't the manager, the players. Dean said it right. When you sign people to long contracts, there's no hunger in these players. And when you're doing that and you're just signing youngsters, you've got no experienced players in your squad, you have no proper leadership. It's one of the problems at Spurs as well.
Well, I mean, let's not even get started on Spurs' performance last night. I mean, jeez.
The only difference I'd say, right, under Abramovich, he sacked 12 managers, some of them, like Di Matteo, when they won the Champions League.
Yeah.
He got sacked. 8 months he lasted.
Yeah.
But the difference between this and then, Abramovich gave him the world's best players. Go on, there's the world's best players.
Yeah.
If you don't win, you're out. Maresca's not got the world's best players. He's got a group of young, talented, potentially good players.
Yeah.
And he's trying to bring them along. The managers Abramovich sacked wasn't bringing the players along. He was saying, get results with that lot or you're out. That's the difference.
Dazza, just on Tottenham, we're going to talk about them later on in the show as well, but, oh, mate, last night was one of the worst games I've ever watched. It was awful.
I almost fell asleep in the stand.
I ended up putting the darts on. It was that bad. I was like, I don't know if I can watch this anymore. Was you there, Daz?
Yeah, I was there. It was
Did
terrible.
you say you nearly fell asleep in the stand?
Yes, it was terrible. I've never seen so much. The problem with Spurs, we're buying all these players, and we've got players that France doesn't want to play with. And the owners, everyone blamed Daniel Levy. This is down to the Lewis family. They're the money strings. They decide the thing. Daniel Levy just did what he was told. I always said this. And they need to go. They never go to the game.
No, but hold on a minute. This is the first January transfer window's just opened, right? It's new ownership. This is the first one without Daniel Levy. It's the first one.
And we're hearing the same things they did when Daniel Levy was there with Semenyo. Everyone's saying we should go for him.
No, but he's going to Man City.
Pay the wages.
No, but he's going to Man City. This is the problem that Spurs have got, Daz, and I get your frustration, and I agree with a lot of it, but. You know, Spurs are shopping in a market where you want to improve the team and you want to, get these top players in like Semenyo. But the problem is of course we want Semenyo. Of course Tottenham want to sign Semenyo. But Pep Guardiola wants him. So where's he going?
I understand that, but if we were going for another player that no one... Gahey's prime example.
Yeah.
We offered money for him, and it was a joke offer.
But that's not now.
That was not down to Levy. That was down to the ownership.
Well, you got to put your hand in your pocket if you want to win things.
Well,
you
see.
can't.
Like, I'm not happy. I'm not convinced with Thomas Frank. Listen. I like him. I think he's a good manager. The football I'm watching is absolutely diabolical. All right, and I know we picked up a result against Crystal Palace, decent 3 points away from home. You go to Brentford, tough place to go. I understand it. But honestly, mate, Dean, the football I'm watching last night is painful. I'm sat there, I'm going, what am I watching? It's so boring. It's sideways and backwards. We get into good areas and then we come back. And it's like it's like 80th minute. I'm watching, Jed Spence. He's taking his time on a throw, and I'm thinking, are we just accepting a draw against Brentford?
Yeah. What gets fans off their seats, right? There's a few things that get fans off their seats. Number one is 50-50 tackle in the middle of the pitch when your player gets up out the ball. Everybody stands up and starts clapping. Yep. If he goes into another one right after it, that gets a standing ovation. A goal, scoring a goal. So you can't tackle anymore. They've took that away. You're not allowed to tackle because you get sent off.
Romero does.
Well, you get sent off. You get booked for everything now.
Yeah.
So they've took that bit out of football. They've taken goal celebrations out of football. You're not allowed to celebrate when you score a goal. You press, no, you can't really because you're thinking VAR, right? So they've took that sort of. The best bit of football is when your team scores and you jump up and that's it, you've scored. Not thinking, hang on a minute, don't celebrate. Pressing, when your team hunts the opposition down and you make them kick the ball out of play, fans stand up in the crowd. Brilliant. They've took that out of the game. Pressing. Everybody just sinks back in their own half.
Right, yeah.
Don't they? And if you get a press wrong and leave your foot in, you get booked. Honestly, they're spoiling football. VAR... The whole lot, they're spoiling football. They've made it exactly what they wanted, non-contact football.
It's not non-contact.
It is.
Mate, it's not.
It is, near enough.
Listen, a lot of the Premier League this season has been fantastic to watch. It has. Last night's games were awful, and, why that was, I don't know, but it was a terrible night.
Why don't you know? You played football. Why don't you know why the game was boring? Don't pass the ball forward.
No, last night.
cross it.
No, I can tell you why the game was boring. But in terms of the 4 games that this season we've watched some really good football. There's been some decent games. Last night was terrible. Tottenham are terrible because they don't pass forward. They don't move the ball quick enough. It's slow. There's no ambition to try and win the game. There's no real desire in the way that we move the ball around the pitch. It's that's why we're all right away from home. Because I was sat there thinking last night, because people keep asking me, why are we so good away from home, but we're no good when we're at home? Well, I watched this last night and I was thinking, right, this performance, let me pretend that Tottenham were at home last night. Oh, my God. If Tottenham were at home last night and we played the way we played, they would be getting booed off the park. The amount of times it was standing on the ball, taking their time, passing it sideways, passing it backwards. No ambition to go forward. Sitting there going, oh, you know what, we'll take a point against Brentford. You can get away with it, and that's why Tottenham are all right home, because Thomas Frank's allowed to be like, we're all right away from home. We'll take a point. It's a decent point. At home, you can't play like that. You've got to be on the front foot. You've got to press. You've got to stick a foot in. You've got to take risks with the ball.
You've got to cross the ball.
Tottenham don't do any of that. Don't take any risks. We end up going back to Vicario. Vicario can't even kick it over the halfway line. We're scrapping for balls, and it's all right away from home. You go, you know what, I kind of accept it. Even though it's not acceptable at Tottenham, but you're accepting it right now. At home, that is just unacceptable. And I can't. That's the problem. When we play at home, I don't know who we're playing next at home. If I see that performance, man, I'm telling you, they're going to get booed.
So if you took over Spurs tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
What would you get? How would you get them playing?
We got Sunderland at home on Sunday. It's a massive game. Play on the front foot, move the ball forward. Take risks, stick it into your front man, set, make runs in behind. Get to the byline, get crosses in the box. And then push up the pitch, every single player, 10, 15 yards further up, higher up the pitch, box off around the box. So when the crosses go in, if they head it out, we're winning the second ball. And then we play again, we go out, and then we put another cross in. And if it comes out, we win the second ball. And it goes out the other side. And we put another cross in, win the second ball. Until the ball ends up in the back of the net. And you press teams, and you lock them in. The amount of times I'm watching us and we go out to the fullback, goes out to the winger, goes out back the other side, Archie Gray out the other side, sideways. I'm just watching a bunch of crabs.
Hey, you tried that at Billericay.
Every single time.
And you got sacked.
After
that little speech, I feel like playing.
Yeah.
I could play in that team.
You're playing that team.
Cross it as early as possible. That's all I ask.
I'm playing that team. Get your foot in, win the second ball, play forward. Yeah. Football has not changed. Football is the same it's been forever. All right? Get the ball down. Can you play forward? And if you don't, your second option or your third option is to pass it sideways and backwards. That's your third option. But your first option is when you get it, can you play forward? And if you don't, then you keep the ball. The amount of times the first option in football these days is just to pass it sideways.
Remember in training?
No one takes any risks.
Remember in training you used to do a session where in your own half you weren't allowed to pass the ball backwards?
Yeah.
Remember it?
Yeah, I used to do it. Used to
get it forward quicker.
Honestly, and the best
without lumping it.
It is honestly. When you watch Arsenal play, Arsenal they're a brilliant side, right? Arsenal. When you watch them, they win the ball, first ball, play forward, stick it into Odegaard. Can I get it into Saka? Can I stick it into Trossard? Yeah, where's Gyökeres? You see the fullback? He's looking. Gyökeres, make a run. What are you doing? They're always looking to play forward, and that's why they're top of the league because they create the most chances. It's ridiculous, mate. Honestly, football, the amount of crabs I'm watching in football these days is unbelievable. I wish I was, not 100 kilos and 25 again. Walking to Tottenham's team's embarrassing. Right, enough of my rant. It's 7:30 in the morning. Sorry about that. I had to get it off my chest because it's doing my nuts in. Honestly, football these days is crazy. Right, we're going to, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With over 40 million bricks ready to go, we deliver direct to site, so you don't have to lift a finger to a first course.
See, Dino wants to play for me now, didn't you? He's going to play up front.
Well, I always thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I always thought, get the ball to the people who score as quick as possible without lumping it. So if you're too far away, that's a long lump. That's not a favourite. You're not making him favourite. So pass the ball with quality, forward. If you can't pass to a striker, pass it wide. If you can't go wide, go sideways. If you can't go sideways, go back in that order.
Yeah.
That's how I thought football should be played. Yeah. Now, remember we used to watch Italian football on Sunday morning?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no one in the stadium, and they're just keeping the ball for fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's turned into.
It is a little bit going that way, that's for sure. Right, it's back. talkSPORT breakfast feature everyone's been waiting for since the beginning of September. Transfer Tinder. That's coming up next. That was a look ahead. All thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Me and Dino have just been talking tactics for the last 3 minutes. Keep your calls coming in. We'll take some calls on Chelsea fans, Tottenham fans. You can phone us as well. 03 717 22 3344. But it's the return of this.
Stick a load of singles in there and then they fall in love.
Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard.
A 36-year-old, you'll have the knockers, you will.
Just because it's offering its teat, do I really have to muscle on that?
Is there anything in your personal life that could be causing you stress, sir?
I'm not a great lover.
Hello. Oh. What's your name?
Sarah Louise.
Sarah Louise. Crack, you're up for it, aren't you?
I was in love at the time. That's what I was doing.
At the time. Angelina Kelly's back with us. Remind listeners what this is, Ange.
The transfer window is now officially open.
Okay.
So Transfer Tinder, I'm going to give you some possible moves for players and what clubs they might go to. So for those not familiar with Tinder, if you don't fancy someone, you swipe left.
Okay.
If you fancy someone, you swipe right. So with the transfers, you swipe left if you want to ignore them, you're not interested in signing them.
Okay.
Swipe right if you think it'd be a good signing.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, first up, West Ham.
I have been known to swipe right a lot, though.
Right, if in doubt, just swipe right.
Yeah, if in doubt, give them a chance.
Yeah, always give them a chance.
I'm not on it. Just
right.
clear that up.
Well, not mine anymore,
I was going to say.
I'm getting married. Come on in.
Right. West Ham are interested in signing Raheem Sterling from Chelsea in January, talkSPORT understands. So Sterling hasn't played at all since May. He's been exiled from the squad by now departed Enzo Maresca. He's been training alone, away from the first team.
Yep.
Last appearance was for Arsenal when he was there on loan. Yep.
Definitely. Great move. Great move for West Ham.
Swipe right. Yeah, the danger is when you sign somebody like that who's achieved so much and he comes to your club is that everything's wrong at the club. We didn't do this at Man City. We didn't do this at Liverpool. They experienced players. But from a good source, his attitude since he was a kid has always been football, football, football.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you now he wants to play football.
Yeah.
So they've got to come to an agreement on his wages somehow.
Yeah, his
but
wages.
swipe right for me. Sterling be a good signing.
Go on the next one.
Brilliant. Man United are interested in Crystal Palace's Jean-Philippe Mateta. So Joshua Zirkzee looks like he's leaving. Benjamin Šeško. Hopefully a long-term solution, but he is quite young. I know that Mateta's been off the boil a little bit, but, he's already got 9 goals.
We scored last night.
Yeah, Man United, minus 10 goal difference last season, so they do need goals.
I would swipe right for Mateta. My only concern would be if he signed for Man United, he's going to have the same problem that Šeško has, the same problem that Højlund has. Doesn't get any service. They don't cross the ball.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come inside. They play 2 number 10s. So when you Mateta, his goals that he scores, he gets service. They're looking for him. They get the ball out wide, they cross it in, or they're trying to feed him all the time. When you play for Man United, you've got Mason Mount, you've got Cunha, you've got Mbeumo. They're all trying to come inside and score themselves. So the centre forward at Man United don't get any service. So I think it'd be a good move, but I think it's the way Man United play, which is the problem, more than the fact that the striker don't score goals.
I agree with you, Jamie. Can you remember Xerxes' first game? He's chasing the keeper. The keeper's passing it to the centre half. He's chasing, sprints across the other centre half. After the first game, he started looking around going, where's the rest of you? Where are you? Rashford's half doing it. Anthony's half doing it.
Oh, don't even mention
Fernandes is half doing it.
I've got
so the team's counter-attacking, really. So you're playing for Man United, you're in a counter-attacking team.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they do counter-attack at Palace, but you can't teach strikers how to score. It's an instinct, and he's got it.
Yeah, definitely swipe right.
Swipe right.
Yeah. Mo Salah back to Roma. They are keen to re-sign the 33-year-old winger, but are unlikely to make a move until the summer. Wage demands would be extremely complicated, you don't say. What are we thinking?
I'd swipe left. Just because Mo Salah's better than Roma. I don't think he should go back there. He's done it. He's been there. He's worn that T-shirt. It's a brilliant football club, but I think Mo Salah, you either stay at Liverpool or you go and do something like what Ronaldo's done.
Yeah.
And you go and do Saudi and you be an absolute hero out there and you change football in a whole country. I think him going back to Roma is just a massive step down.
Yeah, I do. Well, 4 months ago, he was voted PFA Player of the Year in the toughest league in the world. So you could say he was voted the best player in the world, wasn't he?
I think it's that. Liverpool.
I agree.
By his peers. So I think he's not become a bad player overnight. Liverpool are a bit disjointed because lots of players have left, lots of players have come in, and it's affected him. He's lost Trent. I did say at the start of the season, Mo Salah's going to miss Trent, and Liverpool are missing Trent. Just his range of passing. And the balls he hits from nowhere, 40-yard balls over the top. So Salah is missing Trent. It's not all his fault. Shouldn't have done what he's done. But knuckle down and get your career back on track at Liverpool.
Right.
Swipe left.
Swipe left. All right. Have you got time? Just quickly, one more. And I'll just straight answer.
Yeah.
Go on.
Enzo Maresca, would you have him at Spurs?
Yes, I would have him.
Swipe right?
Yeah, I would swipe right.
Yeah?
I think if we could get Enzo Maresca, I'd go and get him right now.
Yeah.
I think he's a good manager.
You don't think that the questions on his mental fortitude, emotional maturity at Chelsea, you're not worried about that?
I don't. He's won the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
And the Europa Conference League, and I've watched Chelsea play, and they are decent. They battered Barcelona and battered Arsenal.
Okay.
They have a good side. I think they made a mistake getting rid of him.
3 months ago, you were Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
You wanted him.
Yeah. Have you watched that football?
Yeah, don't worry. It's not all his fault.
I'm saying if we could get Enzo Maresca, I'd take him. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't. I'd stick with Thomas Frank. He's a good manager.
I like Thomas Frank. He's all right. He's a good manager. I don't know if he's a great manager. And I think Enzo Maresca is going to be a great manager. Right, Angelina, thank you.
Thank you.
We got Mario Melchiot. He's coming up next.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders and Arnold Clark. Save on your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale. Now back to Chelsea. Enzo Maresca has left the club despite leading the Blues to UEFA Conference League and Club World Cup success. Liam Rosenior is currently the favourite to take over. Last night on the Sports Bar, the Athletics Chelsea correspondent Simon Johnson explained why Rosenior is the front runner to step into the hot seat.
Strasbourg are Chelsea's sister club, Blue co-own Strasbourg, who are the parent company of Chelsea as well. So in many ways, he's kind of like how they've loaned signings to Strasbourg to be developed. I think Liam Rosenior is highly rated. Whether those of us on the outside agree with this decision, and it'll be interesting to see what the fans make of it. I'm sure we'll hear from them on Sunday during the Manchester City game about how they think things are going. But Liam Rosenior is highly rated within Chelsea, and of course Strasbourg is set up in many ways like Chelsea.
For more on this, let's bring in former Chelsea defender, 2000 FA Cup winner Mario Melchiot joins us. Good morning, Mario.
Morning, Mario.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
What's going on at Chelsea? Rosenior potentially in. What do you make of that?
No, I mean, look, it depends. Look, sometimes I think what's happening now is what people are also expecting. You're part of a big club, right? If you support them and you look at them this way. And when you're making quick changes and situations like this, first you buy a lot of players, then you get a manager in to establish himself, to get himself going. He does that work for you. And then the next step comes like, okay, you want to get more out of it. He wants particular players. You don't want to help him with that, or he didn't feel like he was helping with that. Then he starts flirting with other teams. Yeah, okay, you're going to make decisions. But still, you're asking yourself, guys, do you only know the plan? And why don't the rest of the people know the plan? Because now it's getting really confusing.
Yeah.
Mario, do you reckon that's why he makes so many changes? Do you think he's doing it to save players' legs or to rotate? Or he was being told to do it? Because you played right back and you know how long it takes to organise a defence every day on the training ground. We move up together, we move back together. When you're changing 3 players out the back 4 most weeks, bringing right backs on who don't play right back, and then he's shocked when he let goals in. It must be really frustrating for him.
Yeah, look, one thing you don't like, you understand, that's good what you're saying, Dean. You know, you don't like playing around people, especially people that get opportunities and then one time you're in, you're out. Because in England, you understand, for any player that comes, for the foreign players, definitely I can speak for the English player, maybe, yeah, I mean, I have the experience of seeing it, but it takes you about 3 games, you understand, before you're up to speed. So if you go in and out all the time, you never feel like you're up to speed. You never feel like you can catch up the rhythm. Then the other part becomes like a problem is, he doesn't always make the decisions about the injured players. That was one of the key things that came out, is that they have a section that decide, okay, when are you fit? When are you ready to play, and how long can you play? He overstepped that time, is what they jumping on. And when that happens, it's kind of strange because we never had it. You never had it. No. I never had that. You understand? We never had, like, a coach couldn't dictate and ask a player individually, say, like, how long do you feel before you are fit? Because a player knows it. Not the staff is going to tell you. Yeah, they have the experience, but doesn't mean they're going to know better than what I feel inside of my body. Yeah. So he feels like, no, I want to make the decision. I feel like you can play now. And how long you're going to play, that is dictates to how you play and whatever the time it feels like. But the board, or the group, I mean, not the board, the group of the physiotherapists, they felt like, the medical staff, I mean, they felt like, no, we can only let him go when we feel like it. Yeah, but guys, now you're playing against, what is he? Is he your coach, or is he your puppet?
Yeah,
you cannot do that.
Yeah, it just causes friction, right? Because we've all been players, right? And the man at the top, the man in charge, the man you trust is the gaffer. And if all of a sudden you feel like the gaffer's not really got the real say, well, then you kind of lose respect for him, don't you? You go, well, are you playing me? You're not playing me? Who's picking me? Is the board picking me? Is Todd Bowley picking me? Is the physio's picking me? What's going on? It just causes problem. I think Maresca, in the end, he'd probably had enough of it. He probably thought, I've had enough of this. Matt, look, you've been at Chelsea. You know what that club means, you know, in terms of success and what they've built and what they were with Roman Abramovich. How do you see this club going forward with this ball? Because we've had fans on already, mate. They're not happy. They're protesting.
No, I get it. Look, one of the key things is it's going to be like, look, when you own a team, I think you also have to make decisions, and you have to sit down and making sure that everybody understands it. Let's say, okay, we are the guys that are on the outside. We maybe are the last one to hear what you want to do, but at least inside you got to understand, what are you going to bring in? Are you going to bring in a guy? Look, if you want to win trophies, you're going to bring in a certain character, and you have to be ready that character is going to talk back. If you don't want that, then it's very difficult to bring him in, because all the coaches that's been there and been successful were not guys that would say to Abramovich or any type of owner, wouldn't say anything. You will talk back. They will say their wishes, like, okay, you want more experienced players? Yes, of course. Does the team needs more experienced players? Because sometimes we got to look at what the team needs. Do they need more experienced players? Yeah, they need that. If they're going to look at like particular players that they bring in, yeah, they have that metaphor of saying, like, when you're young, you're under, you were 24 or whatever that number is, what they're focusing on, you're good enough to develop and get to. No, but guys, you want to win trophies because you won some in the summer. Now the league starts, and now you're complaining because we're getting to December. After the Barcelona game and the Arsenal game, everybody was raving like, oh, look at the form and look how great they look. Now you want to carry on in that situation, but you need experience in your team to make sure that you settle the ship, and there are moments when you need those guys to tell you, like, hey, do this, do that. They don't have that. And he been talking about it for a number of times, and they don't like it maybe, but that is how football is, guys. If you want a big guy in your team, he's going to talk back, and you have to be ready for that. If you don't like that, the trophy is going to be very, very, it's going to take you a longer time. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. Well, hypothetically, just the situation with Cole Palmer, he's brought him off in the last 2 games. And after what you just said, Mario, it looks to me as if the sports scientists have said, just play him for an hour. He can only play an hour, bring him off. And Cole Palmer's walking off the pitch, shaking his head. He's fuming. At 1-1 against Aston Villa when they were playing well. And he's shaking his head, fuming. And Maresca must be looking at him thinking, right, I can't tell you, but I think it was the owners told the sports scientists to get you off. I never brought you off. And then it becomes impossible to manage.
Yeah, but Dean, if you saw the game, what did Villa do the second half? That it was exactly what happened. Yeah. What happened to Arsenal? What Arsenal did to Villa is what Villa did to Chelsea. They put in the energy. They brought in, Bondia came off and Watkins came on, and the whole game changed.
Yeah.
Because they were going after the win. Away from home, you're Aston Villa. Look, they're doing great, eh? Emery, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying anything wrong about them because maybe they had some shake-ups with the last game because people talk about the Arsenal game. But I'm talking about when they came to that stadium, they came really confident. And they came with a tactical moment in the sense of the second half, we're going to give it to them. And did they give it? They gave a lot of energy. And we had no answers to that energy. And what Watkins did, asking the balls behind the defenders left and right, opening everything up. Guys, the only moment why that happened is because if you don't go forward and you don't create danger forward, like how you talk about Palmer, if you don't create danger forward, they're going to do something else, and you're going to give them the moment to do something else. If they had done that and they were still dangerous, Chelsea, Aston Villa would have struggled and pushed back a little bit more. Now, no, they went forward. So in that sense, I'm saying if you bring off your player that clearly wants to play on, and that was our time, you talk to the coach, I'm good. And when I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yesterday evening, I'm watching Atke from City.
Yeah.
He comes, he waves to Pep Guardiola. No, don't take me off. He had a problem on his knee. And what did Pep do? Okay, leave him on. What did the kid do? He finished the whole game off.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
man.
you know your body, didn't you? More than a
Your
physio.
body better than the physio. Come on, I've been injured. I broke my foot twice. The physio's not going to tell me when I'm going to play.
Yeah. Just quickly, Mario, would you like to see someone like John Terry, Frank Lampard in there?
I think the key thing is they know the club better. I don't know. Look, Frank, of course, Frank been a number of times. You understand? I don't think Frank will. If you look at the situation, it might not be perfect for him because he's doing so well being at Coventry, and it doesn't make sense. From John, I have no experience of John, so I cannot open my mouth and say I don't want it because that will be bad for me.
Yeah.
But I want someone, at least bring me someone that is willing and can talk back to the club and tell them what to do. And don't bring me someone that is too shy or scared or worried that if I say something that the club will throw me.
But that's not what happens, right, anymore. That's what happened, Mario. This Chelsea board, they want a yes man.
Yeah, but look, I am not like that. My character is not built like that. So I will never write for someone that is going to be like that. That's my choice. Yeah. No, I speak up when I don't like something.
Yeah, you're right. Dying breed these days, Mario. That's the problem. We don't exist anymore, players like that. Mario, you're a star, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Mario.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, take care. Mario Melchiot there, 2000 FA Cup winner at Chelsea. Our good friend at United Strand podcast, Frank, has had some work done to his out-of-control Barnet. More on that coming next. That's a great song. talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders, Angelina Kelly's back with us. What you got, Ange?
We're talking... now, I know I'm a Man United fan. I'm not just trying to make everything about Man United, but there's this guy called Frank, the United Strand. Don't know, you must have heard about him.
I've heard of him, the guy with long hair.
He last cut his hair October 5th, 2024, and he's not cutting his hair until Man United win 5 games in a row. Today is day 454. So United beat Sunderland, Liverpool and Brighton. He thought he was on track, but then they drew against Forest and Spurs.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hair.
He's had a bit of a stinker, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's had a bit of a glow up. So he does have a lot of hair. We've got a clip for those watching on YouTube. He's getting his hair straightened. It was for the Last Leg show on Channel 4. And we've had him on Inside Devils, the Man United YouTube show for talkSPORT. And he talks about how he manages it because he's got a lot of hair.
Yeah, no, it's outrageous. But I don't think Man United are going to win 5 games on a bounce ever again.
I know. Well, I've looked into it. The most likely this season... They've got Leeds away, live on talkSPORT on Sunday at lunchtime. Burnley away, Brighton at home in the FA Cup, Man City at home and Arsenal away. So that's not happening, sorry. That looks tricky. But in February, they've got Fulham at home, Spurs at home, West Ham away, Everton away, Palace at home. That's as kind as it gets. And even then. But
Spurs, Man United will not win 5 games on a bounce this season. Ain't happening.
When's the last time they've done it?
He's had it all straightened.
Oh, who's he look like there? He looks like Theresa May. Not Theresa May, what's her name? The Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Be
What's it?
It got me thinking, though.
We ain't getting cancelled.
No.
I was just going to say we've not been sacked yet.
We've just started the year.
20. Anyway.
I was thinking, though, Jamie... Should you grow your hair out until Spurs win 5 games? What would your hair be looking like after 400 days?
You know, I would have a nice, good slick back.
Yeah.
I'd look like, I'd look like I own a caravan.
Yeah.
But
would you have it in a pony? Maybe.
I would go with the old, Viking look.
Yeah.
Just, get it back, put it in a little ponytail at the back.
You will look like a Viking.
Yeah, look like a Viking.
Yeah.
Look a bit like that.
Who would look better with hair like Frank out the two of you?
Mine's not far off.
Dino. Have you seen Dino back in the day? He had a little tash. He had a good little tash, and he had a bit of a barnet.
Look like Benson Boone.
Benson Boone. You wish.
No,
you wish so.
Yeah, poor Frank.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
No European football as well. Going out the Carabao Cup to Grimsby. It's not like
a silly statement. It's a stupid statement.
It's not, is it?
Well, 5 on the bounce.
It's not a lot, is it? Man United.
Yeah, I know, but look how average they are.
When's the last time they've done it? 5 in a row.
Well,
is there a date?
More than 454 days ago.
And just to settle the Man United fans down out there, it's a cycle that you're going through. Eventually, Man United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They will come back to being top of everything again.
No,
at the minute, they're going through a patch where, and everyone's done it. Liverpool have done it. Sunderland were in League One not long ago. They've got that many supporters. They will come back. They pay the wages and they'll get the best players on the pitch. Right now, the culture turned sideways on them. The actual culture and the work rate at the club.
Yeah.
As soon as they get the characters right in the club, I wouldn't mind having a bet, actually. They win 5 in a row.
I'm going to bet. I mean, there's no point in you talking about growing your hair because it ain't going to grow anymore.
Yeah.
It is. It's still growing.
Still grows?
And the black shampoo's working.
All right.
Angelina, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on. We get the latest odds with Coral. Here comes John Hill.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to bring the cheer for all the festive racing. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Morning, John.
Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Dino.
Morning, John Hills.
John, listen, thanks for coming on. Just quick one. How was Cheltenham?
Cheltenham, great day yesterday. Fantastic day. Huge crowd there yesterday, guys.
Yeah,
I think it was over 40,000.
Yeah.
So, really bumper. So, great boost for the sport, really, to begin the new year with a bumper crowd. There's always great racing at Cheltenham, isn't there? Where, whatever the meeting is, whether it's a festival, outside of the festival. So, that bodes well for 2026 for the sport, guys. And, look, we're not far away from that festival now, are we? It comes around very quick once we get into January. So, a lot of people will be very excited by that weekend in March.
Yeah, look, let's get into some of the Premier League situations. Chelsea manager odds. Rossini looks like the favourite.
Yeah, very much so. We opened up as favourite yesterday, but the support absolutely came in for him. He's now 1-4. Really, as short as 1-4 is Rossini. Strasbourg manager, big reputation in France. Obviously knows English football. But look, these things can change very quickly. We've seen that before. Just looking at some of the other names behind him, Fabregas 9-1, Areola 10-1, Olivier Glasner, the Palace manager, he's at 14-1. But it's been one-way traffic, Jamie, since we opened betting. Rosner 1-4 now. So many punters feel that he's going to get the job.
What about the Bournemouth manager? Sorry to the Bournemouth fans. I'm not trying to get you manager out of the club, but what about him? I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, 10-1 on the bet. I think he's had a great season. Arguably the manager of the season for me. Or manager of the last 2 or 3 years. He's overachieved, and probably only about a matter of time before he gets the big one, isn't it, Dino? Surely.
Well, he's sold so many good players that they've had. And he's still keeping them in a reasonable position.
They've struggled in December, but he is a top manager. What about the Premier League outright markets now? Because of the New Year's games, Man City, drawing Arsenal 4 points clear. Is it looking more odds on for them?
Yeah, they've shortened. They're now 1-2 now. Arsenal, I think they were 4-6 yesterday, so into 1-2. City out to 2-1 from 13-8. So it was a poor day of football yesterday, wasn't it, guys? Not many goals in the Premier League. Real tough games to watch, weren't they? Yeah, let's hope they get better tomorrow. But Arsenal have shortened 1-2, City 2-1. And Aston Villa out to 33-1, obviously beaten by Arsenal 2 days ago. So, Arsenal in good place, aren't they, going into the final stretch of the season?
John, I think they've got to do a Constitution Hill to lose the league.
Do you? Really?
I think, they're odds on.
Yeah.
I look at the bench of the night. The players on the bench are better than the ones on the pitch. And it's took him 5 years.
Position, isn't it?
Yeah, it's took him 5 years to build this culture and this squad. And everybody else is playing catch-up. Liverpool have got 6 new players. Man City have got 5 new players. And I can't see them failing unless they do a Constitution Hill. Fall at the last fence when you're 20 lengths clear.
I thought he fell at the first fence as well.
Well, that was the last one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's terrible. What's it? Just on Constitution, he's going to be at Cheltenham Festival, is he? I'm surely.
Maybe not.
We may not know. Obviously, the champion order would be the race if he does line up there, but... They've got a new star, haven't they, in the yard now? Sergino, he's the 6-4 favourite for Nicky Henderson.
I see him race at Kempton. He absolutely walked it.
He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, Sergino. He's 16-1 Constitution Hill, so, it would be an unbelievable comeback story, wouldn't it? We've had them before. You think of Sprinter Sacra, who came back from, almost a heart attack to win the champion chase. So it can happen, but he's got to bounce back, hasn't he, to anything near his best to do that Constitution Hill. So... I like your comparison there. I really do, Dino.
John, just lastly, I don't know if you got them in front of you, but relegation odds. West Ham are obviously down there, but, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, Bournemouth. But could Bournemouth be sucked in?
Yeah, absolutely. It could well happen for them. But in terms of the long odds on shops, obviously Wolves are 1-100. We know they're in banking trouble. Burnley 1-33. And then it's probably one from would you say 5 or 6 teams that could get dragged into it? At the moment, West Ham odds on 2-5. Forest 100-30, 6-1 Leeds, and 10-1 Bournemouth. So they're the teams I think who'll be worried in the new year. May have to spend in this January transfer window, and certainly got to improve their form. But I do worry about the Hammers, I have to say. They can't keep a lead, can they? They had that 2-1 lead against Brighton the other day, conceded late on, again 2 points lost. So I'd be worried if I was a Hammers fan.
All right, John, you're a star. Thanks for coming on.
John.
Cheers, boys. Have a good day.
All right, that was a look at the latest odds. All thanks to Coral. 18 plus, beganway.org.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to bring the cheer for the festive darts. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free-kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head-on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
You are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Save on your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale. I'm Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders alongside me. The latest episode of the TalkSPORT Daily Podcast is available now as Natalie Sawyer breaks down all of last night's action against alongside Stuart Pearce, Scott Minto, Chris Uwalumu. The team also cover the big news of the day, Enzo Maresca leaving Chelsea. If you want to hear more on the TalkSPORT Daily, it's available on all podcast platforms now. Let's move on to Liverpool. After the game, Arne Slot was asked if he'll be coaching his players on how to win penalties.
I think I'm not wrong if I say we only had one penalty this season. For the team that has most ball possession and is attacking so much in and around the box of the other team, it's quite surprising maybe. But I will not encourage them to do that because... and if I would tell you now that I'm starting to encourage that, then probably we will never get a penalty anymore. So no, we are just who we are. We won the league by the team we were last season. And of course, there will be probably one or two moments. I can remember one when Milos Kerkers went to the floor, Burnley away, when he didn't get fouled. So yes, you can find one or two moments when we go to the floor when there was not a foul. But I watch a lot of football and I see this happening so many times.
Dino, 0-0 against Leeds. Poor performance, really.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me he's having a bit of a moan up, just whinging at the fact that Liverpool ain't good enough right now.
Yeah, frustrated. They've obviously sacked the set-piece coach. I think Hettinger's gone as well, the coach that was on the bench with him.
Right.
But they've sacked the set-piece coach because looking over the last 5 years, gradually scoring from set plays has gone down every year.
Yeah.
And defending set plays has gone up, goals conceded.
Yeah.
And I tried to have a look at why that is. Obviously, Trent wasn't there this year, but he's been there the last 4 years. So the delivery of the ball going in has been good. Matip's gone, who used to get on the end of things. Quansah got on the end of a couple. Joe Gomez got on the end of a couple. Jordan Henderson got on the end of a couple. But there's not really a big difference. Becomes confidence, lack of belief, especially when you're defending and you're conceding goals. They kept a clean sheet last night, which is good.
Yeah.
Because that always breeds confidence, and it's another game without panicking every time a corner is given against you. But basically, Jimmy, in my experience managing, you can do as many set plays as you like. You've got to have players who actually enjoy heading the ball. Like you hang a ball up on the penalty spot. Some players want to head it, some players don't.
Yeah.
Some players, like, for example, we had Alan Shearer at Newcastle, corners against, and his job was in the hole, near post.
Yeah.
And he's got like a magnet on his head.
Yeah.
We used to say, we sit on the bench, as Graham Souness was the manager, I was assistant. We used to say he's headed another one out. He's headed another. And then he got injured. And we put Shola Amiobi in there.
Yeah.
Now, Shola is 6'6", 6'5".
Yeah.
Alan's 5'11".
Yeah.
And the ball's going over Shola's head. He's missed another one. Gone over his head again. Seems to be missing Shola out.
Yeah.
But what we didn't, we gradually work it out. Alan Shearer is unbelievable at picking the flight of the ball up.
Yeah, anticipating.
Well, and actually picking the flight up to its highest point and timing his run and jump to get on the end of it. Like goalkeepers catching a cross. They're good at it.
Yeah.
Because they pick the highest spot. Now, some defenders and some strikers, everyone's at a club you support, have had a 6'4" centre forward who jumps 5'8". We've all had one of them, haven't we?
Yeah.
Some players are really good at it. Some little players have got a spring.
Right.
David Speedie, remember him playing for Liverpool and Coventry? David Speedie, 5'8", get on the end of crosses, brilliant at timing his run.
Yeah.
So for me, the reason they're conceding goals is they've lost a little bit of belief, and they've lost Gomez, Quansah, Trent. They've now got Kerkers in the team. Frimpong's playing right back. Slobberslide. Not really enough headers of the ball. You know, they're not really enough of them.
Yeah.
So,
what about him going forward though, Dino? Because
not playing enough long passes. They obviously missed Trent's mixing the game up. Van Dijk used to hit diagonals to Salah, 60 yards on his chest. You can see it now, can't you?
No, yeah,
pinging balls.
Yeah.
And Trent used to hit early balls over the top. Some would go out of play. Some would be Diaz is chasing him. So you've got Salah and Diaz on both sides. Diaz used to go outside fullbacks. So when he's playing against a low block, as they call it, you need someone to go beat a man. Diaz used to go outside you. Gapco comes inside. comes in, and they've still got a box full of players. So for me, they're not playing enough early passes. Even if you concede possession, if you hit a long ball from back to front, and their fullback heads it before Salah gets it down, and it drops in midfield, you're onto a ball with 4 players to get past to score. You're onto the ball. If you Liverpool were organised long passes, short, ping, short, Mane, Trent would hit him on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah,
and that's that you bypass 6 players. So try and play a low block against Liverpool, you can't, because the long passing gets you back 4.
Yeah,
they pick the second ball up, they get it wide, and there's 4 or 5 of them getting in your box. Now they're trying to play perfect football, which is fair enough. Sideways, and they haven't got people who are going past people.
Yeah.
Wirtz can do it. Ekitike can do a bit of class.
Yeah.
But for me, they miss Diaz's penetration, and Salah has obviously not played to what he can play. He can beat a man.
Yeah.
So,
do you think Arne Slot's under a bit of pressure?
Well, when I watched the game against Spurs and they had 9 men and they couldn't keep the ball off them, panicking with 10 minutes to go, I thought, in trouble, trying to hang on to the lead. Can't keep Liverpool, keep the ball off you.
Yeah.
I'm going to score another one on the break if you try and press them.
Yeah.
But the front 3 for a start, no one mentions hard work anymore. It's all press, the high press, the low press. They don't say, how about working hard? Not working hard enough.
Yeah.
That means sprinting. That means dynamic sprints, which James Milner was top of the dynamic sprint league every year, averaging 63 a game. So on his vest, on his back, the GPS vest, it logs every time you hit top speed.
Yeah.
James Milner used to hit top speed 65 times on average every game.
Yeah.
And you can use that to show the rest of the players.
I used to wear that GPS quite a lot. The stats used to come in, and I was I was 0 on top speed. 0. And I'm like,
well,
I've been sprinting.
How can you get up to top speed when there's an electric fence around the centre circle? You couldn't get out of that. You had one of them vests on, a dog. You have a dog where there's electric fence around your land. Every time you went out the centre circle, you got electric shock.
I'd be like Gaffer. Talking about top speed. I've been sprinting, and I started to realise that I just couldn't get up to the top speed of the GPS.
Well, going back to Liverpool again, right? Mane used to sprint when he was closing down, pressing teams. Firmino, Henderson, Salah, they all sprinted at top speed. Now it's dropped off. Isak doesn't sprint as hard as he should do. Ekitike doesn't sprint as hard as he should. Gakpo doesn't sprint as hard as he could. It starts up there.
Yeah.
If you can win the ball back up there. Can you remember teams used to try and play out against Liverpool's front 3?
Yeah,
you can't do it.
No. Well, the high press is gone, I feel like, at Liverpool, though. I see a lot of Liverpool fans have had enough of Arne Slot. They're not happy. I mean, I think they got booed last night. But I'm amazed that that high press that Liverpool had, that what their fundamentals were, the kind of philosophy that Jurgen Klopp had built at Liverpool, kind of feel like they've just really drifted away from it. And it's like, they need to be careful, because they've got some brilliant players who can play in a high press, who can want to hunt and want to go, and 2 or 3 of you's going after it. But Arne Slot, I'm watching them last night, I was like, they're so flat.
Well, I'll give you, not to mention Man United again, but if you're not careful, if you don't stamp on it, like the front 3, how many times have you got the ball back for your team today? Or are you just going through the motions? Are you just going at 3/4 pace? It's not enough. You flat out sprinting, and it's an organised press. And behind us 3, in the starting blocks, ready for the bad pass, is Henderson, Fabinho and Milner. Waiting. Go on, roll the ball in here now. You make their back 4 rush when they get the ball, and we'll get the bad pass. We'll nick it.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. Man United, the culture drifted into, just keep backpedaling. Keep backpedaling. The wide players not doing it at full speed. If you're not careful, that's what happens to your team. You've got to stamp on it. And Nunez, they miss him. They miss Harvey Elliott. Nunez and Jota, they used to sprint, close the centre-halves down, close the keeper down. Harvey Elliott used to do the same.
Yeah.
That culture they had, where you can't play against us. We're playing at a different level.
Yeah.
a different speed, and when you get the ball, you're not going to get out your half.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good for Liverpool. They're not happy. You can have your say on that, Liverpool fans. Give us a call, 03717 22 3344. But let's look ahead to the next hour of the show, benchmarks.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
Yeah, the big story of the day is Chelsea's hunt for Maresca's replacement. We were joined earlier by host of Chelsea Fan TV, Alex Harris. He thinks whoever takes over will be hamstrung by Todd Bowley and the Blue Coat Group.
They've killed us. They've killed us. A manager has been sacked because he doesn't have control of rotation. He doesn't have control of his own substitutions. He's not allowed any say in the transfer market. He's got nothing. He's got no... I salute Maresca.
He wasn't happy earlier, that was for sure. That was just a portion of his rant. He was definitely letting it all out, that's for sure. We're going to bring you England's team for the final Ashes test as well. Speak to former Aussie cricketer Brad Hogg. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins Hire.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast on New Year's second day. New Year's Day, second day. Yeah, you got that all wrong, Sim. Yeah, shambles from you. I'm Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders alongside me. England have selected off-spinner Shoaib Bashir in the 12-man squad for the 5th Ashes test against Australia in Sydney, as well as seamer Matthew Potts. The full England team is England's 11. For the final Ashes test, Ben Stokes, captain, Shoaib Bashir, Jacob Bethel, Harry Brook, Bryden Cast, Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Will Jacks, Matthew Potts, Joe Root, Jamie Smith and Josh Tong. Dino, have you enjoyed a bit of England's demise this tour?
No, it's England and Wales cricket board. It's not England, it's England and Wales. When they lose, it's England. When they win, it's England and Wales. But I've watched it all, yeah. They got battered, really. And then the last game, I thought it was a really important win for England because obviously the press was starting. You know, we've seen the drinking bit with Duckett, questioning the coach, Brendan, questioning Ben Stokes. And I still think they've done a good job for England since they've took over. Ben Stokes and McCallum playing bad's ball. Obviously, when you play that type of cricket against the best teams in the world, when the ball's bouncing in Australia, it don't work, obviously. Well, it doesn't work as good as when you're playing against a minnow, like a flat track bully.
Yeah.
You can bash them all around the place. But when you're playing against Stark and proper bowlers, they go on then. You try and hit me around the ground, I'll get you out.
Tomorrow also marks the final international appearance for Australian great Usman Khawaja, who has announced his retirement. Here's what he had to say ahead of his farewell.
I'm here to announce today that I'll be retiring from all international cricket after the SCG Test match. God, through cricket, has given me far more than I ever imagined. He's given me memories I'll carry forever, friendships that go well beyond the game, and lessons that shape me who I am off the field.
Yeah, for more on this, I'm delighted to say joining us, former Australian cricketer Brad Hogg joins us. Good morning, Brad.
Morning, Brad.
Good morning, guys. How are we going?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. Thanks for coming on. Look, we just heard about Usman Khawaja there talking about retirement. How much of an emotional factor will that be for Australia?
Oh, look, anyone who retires from international cricket, you want to make sure you go out and send them off on a high. So Australia will be going out there to play their hearts out for Usman Khawaja, who's done so much for Australian cricket. I think he's had a wonderful career and he's done so much for Australian cricket. And, it'd just be great for him to finish on a high and move on with the rest of his life.
Right, you know, the next game coming up in Sydney, obviously, is the last Test match, and obviously 3-0 to Australia, got battered England. I thought it was an important win, the last one, to make it 3-1. Do you think this Test match is vital to Ben Stokes, Brendan McCallum, and the actual spirit in England towards the cricket team?
I think it's very important for English cricket. I think it's important for Test cricket as well. We've had 2 Test matches that have not even gone into the third day here, so that's not what you want, especially for Australian cricket as well. We wanted a closer contest or more entertainment, should I say. I think England have played not so bad as such, but I heard you talking just before I got on here. They haven't adapted well. I just look at Ben Duckett. All you have to do is just bowl wide of off stump to him on these bouncier tracks, and he just chases it and gets those edges to the slips. You have your preparation, but you've also got to be prepared for the vulnerabilities and the differences. And I just don't think England, with the style of game that they have, it's pretty when it goes well, but when it doesn't, it doesn't go well. But you've got to have that adaptability, and England don't have that adaptability when things get tough on a condition front.
Yeah, Brad. Obviously, the first 3 tests you battered us. We won 1. I bet the Aussies are a bit upset he didn't win this 5-0.
You've got to go back to the first Test match. England gave that Test match to Australia. Australia didn't win that Test match. England should have taken that Test match away. You had Harry Brook dominating Mitchell Stark in the first innings and then coming out and playing some rash shots in the second innings. They were on top of Australia there. They let that slip. So really Australia are lucky to be in the position that they're actually in. England let them back into the contest, and England haven't been able to fight their way back. So for me, it's been a lot closer than what people think.
And obviously England have brought in Bashir for the last test, spin bowler. So what's that telling us about the tactics going forward?
Yeah, you also mentioned that Jax is in there as well. Who's Jax in there for then if Bashir's playing? Because you've still got 3 pace bowlers.
I'm not sure because the producer's not give us the lineup. He's just told us that Bashir's in.
Mentioning all those names.
Yeah.
So I thought you had a list there. I still think.
So I've got in front of me. I've got Ben Stokes, Shoaib Bashir, Jacob Bethel, Harry Brook, Bridden Cars, Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Will Jacks, Matthew Potts, Joe Root, Jamie Smith, and Josh Tong.
Yeah, so that's 3 quicks. Jax is playing. I'm just trying to work out who Jax has come in for.
Might be Gus Atkinson, maybe. Yeah, but Bashir would have come in for Atkinson, I think, looking at that, because Atkinson's injured. But look, at the end of the day, this test match here in Sydney, it's very important for England to get back a little bit of momentum going into the new year with the tours that they've got coming up, and turning things around and showing Australia that they are hard to beat and they're willing to be up there for the fight right to the end. For Australia, they've got to turn things around and just show a little bit of momentum. And we've got Murphy in there as well, new off spinner. They've got to make sure that they get in there and have that experience of winning and those tough contests. So there's a lot to play for both teams. Yeah, Brad, just on Australia and Australian cricket, how is it out there? Has there been a bit of upheaval? How are the kind of the Aussies finding the national team?
Oh, look, I want to be very careful here because Khawaja's retiring. But if Australia were thinking about the future of the game of this cricket team, Khawaja shouldn't have been batting 5 in the last Test match. They should have had Green still batting out 5 and Webster in the team batting out 7, the all-rounder, looking for the future rather than just giving the old player an opportunity in a position that he hasn't batted probably for his whole career. So for me, that was a backward step. There are a few concerns too with our bowling attack. What depth have we got coming through, and also our batting depth as well. It just seems to be a little bit wanting there. So things aren't looking too flash at the moment for Australia on that department. But you never know; some will stand up and deliver.
Okay, Brad, you're a star, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks very much, guys. Have a great day. And have a good new year.
And you.
Thank you. Bye.
Former Australian cricketer there, Brad Hogg. Up next, we're going to talk about Liam Rosenior again. He's a favourite to succeed Enzo Maresca at Chelsea. And we'll head to France next as well, find out whether he's ready to make that step up.
As Lewis Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title, the Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history, and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Raikkonen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders, Arnold Clark's Real Sale. There's huge savings to be had on over 20,000 used cars. We're going to be heading to the Ali Pally in around half an hour ahead of the semi-final day in the World Darts Championships. Remember, talkSPORT Drive comes live from the venue today. Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. 03717 223344 if you're a Chelsea fan. You want to talk about Maresca news. Here it is. Liam Rosenior is favourite to replace the Italian currently managing at Strasbourg and previously at Hull City. Alex Harris from Chelsea Fan TV, he was on earlier, told us this about Rosenior. Should think twice before taking a job.
Honestly, Liam, if you're listening to this, don't accept. Please, turn us down, because this is just a joke. You won't get any support at Chelsea from the fan base. You won't get support from the board. The players won't respect you. Why would they? Ultimately, it's just a lose-lose. Stay at Strasbourg. You're having a good time out there. Nice food in France. Just stay away from Chelsea, honestly.
He didn't hold back this morning, Dino. Alex obviously wasn't happy with what's going on at Chelsea, and it's been a bit of a debacle again at Chelsea. It always seems to be the case. Liam Rosenior, it's a big job. It's a big step up, that.
Well, he's at the other end of the scale from Mourinho, isn't he? Of experience-wise. Mourinho's outspoken and I'm running the club. I'll sign the players. I'll get rid of the players. Leave me manage the players. I know more about football than you. And the other end of the scale is you get an inexperienced manager in who won't object to anything you're trying to do. Now, in my opinion, what they're doing is playing football manager with a real football club, which they do sometimes. They have football manager in the house and they think, why don't we get a real club and do it? And then they get there and they think this is a great idea until someone steps in their way of signing the players and selling the players. It's the manager. We've got to have a manager, have we? Yeah. The manager of the football team is underneath you two. So when they object to what the manager's doing, they tell him, and eventually they want to pick the team, don't they? They want to pick the players, they want to pick the manager.
Yeah.
So it's either for football manager, vanity, there's only a few reasons you own a football club, or you're trying to make money or lose money. There's only them reasons. For me, they're playing football manager and they want someone who's going to just go along with the project. But
they want a yes man.
Yeah, but what they don't understand
Liam Rosenior, though, look, listen, I know he's been at Hull. I know you talked to him about Derby with Rooney, but I've heard a lot of great things about Liam Rosenior. A lot of great things. He's a top coach. He knows his stuff. I know this is a massive step up, right, kind of manager.
What do you mean he's a top coach?
Well, his coaching attributes in terms of him, his sessions and his style of play. And
show me some evidence. I'm not being horrible to him, but show me some evidence that he can manage Chelsea. And what's his job description then? Right, Liam, we want you to win.
Well, he ain't going to be the manager, is he? He's going to be the head coach.
Well, same thing.
Well, it's not.
What's your job? So what's your job?
His job's the head coach the team. So we take care of everything else. We're bringing you in to coach. We want you. We've got a group of players here that we've put together.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to continue putting this group of players together.
Like football manager.
Yeah, you've got no say in who comes in and who goes out. We're going to make them decisions, right? If we feel there's a player there with resale value, we're going to sell him. If there's a player that we want, who we think we can sign, he's young, and we think he's going to be a star, we're going to sign him. You're going to play him, you're going to coach that team, and you're going to get the best out of them. That's what a head coach is.
Show me another industry where that works. Any other industry where the manager who decides the manager who's coaching the players, there's only one manager.
It is the new modern way. Whether we agree with it or not, there are other teams that have, that have took this way of doing things.
Yeah, but it's short-term gain. You're not building a football club.
No, but I think what Chelsea are not Chelsea what they used to be with Roman Abramovich. We know that, all right? Chelsea used to sign the best players in the world. I get that. And they're bringing the best managers, Ancelotti, Mourinho, all right, with Conte, all them. I get that. This is a different Chelsea. Right? This is their model. Whether we agree with it, whether we think it's right, this is the model that Chelsea have adopted. Young players with resale value, potential world-class players who we think could go on and be stars, and we need a manager who's got a modern way of thinking, who's happy to accept being the head coach and coaching the team.
Right.
Whether you think that's right and whether that breeds success or wins trophies or gets them to win the Premier League, well, that's up for debate. And I agree with you. I don't think it does. You need experienced players in there like your Xhakas, like your Van Dijks. You need top players in your side, right? But this is Chelsea's model, and this is the way they want to do it.
Right. So when he sits in front of them and he says, right, what's my job description then? Because if I win the Club World Cup next year, and on January the 1st next year, we're 5th in the league, are you going to sack me? Because it looks like you are. So what do you expect from me? What do you expect me to do then? Better than Maresca? Or are you going to sack me like you sacked him? And the minute I ask you for a player or I disagree with what you're... And I'm trying to tell you, because I'm an expert at football, he's going to say, Liam's supposed to be an expert. I'm trying to tell you I'm putting a jigsaw puzzle together and we need two centre-halves who are experienced, who are 30.
Yeah, but he can give his ideas. But I guess, look, we see so many managers. They change over all the time. 18 months, right? You have a cycle of managers. It's getting less and less. I mean, it's almost a year you see in the average lifespan of a manager. So now boards and directors of football will look at it and say, right, we're going to change managers. There's going to be a turnover. Things happen. Managers move on. It don't work out. But we want a group of players that Regardless of who the manager is, this is the style of football we're going to play. These are the players that we want. And because what happens is what happened, players come in, the manager wants this play, signs that play, he gets a sack, that player's there, the other manager don't want him. And you have a cycle, before you know it, you got a 20-man squad from all different managers.
Yeah, because you keep sacking them, because you want short-term gain. But if you want to build I'll give you an example. Jurgen Klopp takes over at Liverpool. First thing he does, we've got to train harder, we've got to get fitter, because you're going to sprint when you play for me. It's all out, attack, sprint, effort, determination. He had 8 years, and there's not one player at Liverpool when he left who had a bad attitude. Not one lazy player, not one player who stepped out of line. They're never on the back page for the wrong reasons. Then you look at Man United, and not just Man United, there's other teams who have, Arsenal, when they went through that spell where they had the characters in the dressing room know the manager's going to get sacked, so they down tools. Whereas at Liverpool, there was no way, if you're out the team, the only way back in is to train properly every day. When we get a chance to play, you put everything into it, because there's no way he's getting sacked. They're not going to sack Jurgen Klopp, so I've got no other option. Now, what they do, 2 or 3 of them, well, I'll be here longer than you. So instead of digging in, they down tools. And they say, right, I'm not bothering. I'll wait till he gets sacked, and then I'll see if the next manager likes me.
I think
the short-term gain they're going to get.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm trying to play devil's advocate, because I agree with a lot of what you said. And I think what Chelsea and what these owners have failed to realise is you've got to build a team of leaders, a team of players who are willing to fight for the manager, run through brick walls for the badge. And when I look at the Chelsea players and I look at the squad, they've got some highly talented footballers. But I also think they don't have any leaders in the group. And I think they've got players, like you said, they're going to let you down. They're going to down tools. They're going to get done at the back post. Garnacho being one of them. That's why Man United got rid of him. Ruben Amorim didn't want him involved, because he's like, you're going to let me down. You're going to get me the sack.
Who's got a bad attitude at Arsenal? Name one.
No one.
When he got there was loads. Ozil.
Yeah.
Aubameyang. Like, I say bad attitudes, just went the other way on him.
Yeah.
Pepe. Picking his wages up. Not really. He's got Arsenal shirt on, but don't care.
Yeah.
You get players like, when they've got a trap door to go out of, that's sacking the manager, they'll take that door. Arteta has now got control of the club. You either work your socks off or you don't play for this club. He's took him 5 years to do that.
Yeah.
It took Jurgen Klopp 3 or 4 years to change the culture. Man United are going through it now. Amorim is gradually getting them out. The players who are lazy, the players who let you down, don't know how they're going to play every week, not living properly, not really caring, picking stupid money so they don't care. It can creep into your club. So Chelsea now, short-term gain.
Do you think that the problem this day and age is we're all very quick to jump on a manager? They lose 5 or 6 on the bounce, and it's like, he's had, December was terrible for Chelsea. Enzo Maresca, he's under pressure, he's got to get rid of him. The club who've done it right, and you're right, Arteta, there was times when people were saying, he's got to go, Arteta out, I remember it trending. Now, he's literally the best thing you can ask for in a manager, right? And you're right, they've got it absolutely. Do you think we're all, the people that have caused this problem in culture of managers leaving, because you don't give these people time. You don't give them the moment. We talk about Ruben Amorim. He's got to go. He won't change his tactics. He won't do this. He won't do that. But actually, if you probably look at it behind the scenes, you go, you know what? He's got rid of some bad eggs. He's got rid of Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony, people who don't want to run. He might be Arteta in 3 or 4 years, but you've got to give him that time. You've got to give him the opportunity to stay in the job, to build that culture that they've lost. And it's the same thing with Chelsea. But they've got rid of Maresca.
Chelsea have signed young players. The project is sign young players, make them good, or sell them on. But we're going to sign nobody over whatever. They've got the youngest team in the league, haven't they? Chelsea. Yeah. So with that comes along, and it's not like rocket science. It's happened since football has ever begun. Younger players are not as consistent as 30-year-old players in the majority. They've actually learnt the game, and they become seasoned pros. So results go against you when you've got young players in the team. They've lost 15 points from winning positions this season. They were winning against Brentford, Brighton, Sunderland, Arsenal, Villa and Bournemouth. They were winning the game and lost 15 points. And I'm not surprised because young players, whether it's up the front, they let the back four out. They're not where they should be marking in the box. Young players make mistakes. Older players are a bit more consistent.
Yeah.
So you're going to get inconsistent results. So if you're going to sign young players and do that project you're on, fair enough. But you've got to allow for 1 win in 7. It's going to happen, no matter what, even when we're playing well. Look at the Villa game again. They were that good in the first hour. You can't believe how bad they were in the last half hour.
Yeah.
And...
But Unai Emery's a top manager, and he's got experienced players in the team who know how to get a result. And he made changes, and he took it away from Chelsea.
He don't change the team that much.
No, he doesn't change.
He keeps the centre-back. Arsenal have Gabriel and Saliba. They don't change the centre-backs unless they have to. Liverpool have Konate and Van Dijk. They don't change the team. When Liverpool won the league,
yeah,
Alisson, Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, Konate. You could pick the team every week.
Yeah.
If you keep changing the back four, don't expect consistent results. Don't expect clean sheets. If you keep changing them, think I'll give him a breather. They need to be in sync.
Yeah.
All of them. With the keeper. And if one player in the back four is not clued in, the back four fails.
Yeah.
They all lot fail.
Yeah.
It's the only part of your team where everyone needs to be on board.
They've made too many changes, that's for sure, Chelsea, but they've made a big change. The manager's gone. Rosenior was sacked by Hull over a difference in football philosophy, by the way. He overachieved. He come in 7th with the team having come 15th the season before. So,
what does that mean? Football philosophy? I mean, I thought being a manager, right? When they ask you what try and win, and we are obliged to entertain the public while we're doing it. Try and win every game, but you are obliged to try and entertain the public. Otherwise, everybody just lump the ball up the pitch and don't care what the spectacle is. So I thought that was my job. Win games. Look at the players you've got, try and get the best out of them, win games, and try and entertain the public.
What would you say to Todd Bowley, right? If he said, Dean, I'm going to offer you the job, I want you to come in, I want you to coach this team. Got a great side here, good group of players. We might sell Cole Palmer, we might sell the best players. I'm in charge of, who's in and out. All I want you to do, coach this side. That's it.
So I'll say to him, what do you expect from me then? And how much are you going to pay me to do it? Right, I'll go, what do you expect from me? If he said, well, I expect you to win the league or get in the Champions League, I'd think, right, that's Champions League, that's going to top 4. That's going to be quite difficult with the squad of players I've got, no matter how good a coach you are, the young players. If he said win the league, I'd think that's got the sack written all over it. The minute we have a bad patch, he's going to sack me. But how much are you going to pay me then? If you're going to pay me an absolute fortune, I'll take the job. But if you're not going to pay me much, I'm going to get sacked. That's got the sack. And it doesn't matter what league you're in, even if you're in League 2, and you've got a pathetic budget, and the owner says to you, I expect you to get promotion. The minute you hit a bad patch, you're going to get sacked. It's a bad job to take. Then there's the other way round. You've got the biggest budget in the league. Just keep us up. That's the best job in the world.
Yeah, that's the best job in the world.
In whatever league you're in.
Yeah. All right, we're going to stay with Chelsea next. Alex Crook was with us in the studio for the very latest on their manager search and what's happening in the opening days of the January transfer window. Okay, good morning. You are listening to Talk Breakfast and Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders, my old gaffer alongside me. But now it's time for this.
Rookies Roundup, right here every day. Rookies Roundup, which players are on their way? If an agent's got a story.
Hello, Alex Crook. What you got for me?
Rookie gets it first.
Yeehaw, cowboy! There's a snake in my boot.
So you're not you get stitched up as well on this station.
And usually by Ollie Klink.
Yeah.
He says to make it his personal mission in life.
Morning, Rookie. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. I'm good. And you? Well, it was a happy New Year, and then you ruined it for me.
Why?
Well, I can't go in a pub and buy a gin and tonic now without thinking how much the pub are making from the bottle.
11 quid for a gin and tonic. The world's
440 quid for the bottle.
They make 440 quid out of the full bottle. Working on them prices.
See, I'm not sure my conscience will allow me to do that. I'll get over it, I'm sure. But
go to Mykonos and see how much they charge you out there.
I'm going to give you a compliment before we go any further. I've been listening to you and Sam. Insight into every team in the league. Amazing.
Thanks, mate.
You must have been doing your research or whatever.
Well, it is his job. He's TalkSPORT's football
but
correspondent.
To keep up with it, it's really difficult to keep up with it. But not obviously, it's easier for Sam because he's commentating.
He is, yeah.
And he knows every
Although
player.
he's not coming in today for the show.
It's his job.
He's doing it from the bunker.
He's doing his job.
Couldn't be bothered to travel down today. Disgraceful.
Crookie, look, Chelsea's bit of a debacle at the minute. What's going on?
Well, it was a shock in terms of the timing, but it wasn't a shock, was it? Because I think since Enzo Maresca came out and basically had a pop at his owners, the writing was on the wall. You've both been at football clubs. You know that when that happens, there's only going to be one winner. Obviously, results haven't been great either. 1 win in 7 in the Premier League. And there are definitely two sides to this story, because if you speak to people close to Chelsea, they'll say that actually it was the medical staff he was having a pop at because they were telling him when to take players off, when players were ready to play. He would say actually it was the hierarchy who were interfering too much and he didn't feel like he was getting the respect that he deserved. The truth is probably somewhere in between. But I've got to say the reaction from Chelsea fans, almost universally on the side of Maresca, these owners have put themselves under big pressure now. If this next appointment, and we think it's going to be Liam Rosenior, which is a massive gamble, someone who's not won that many games in the French league this season. If that goes badly,
how are they getting on?
They're 7th, I think, in Ligue 1. I did see them play Palace in the Conference League and was quite impressed. And I know other Premier League clubs have kept a watching eye on Liam Rosenior. But
but now you're taking over Chelsea.
But this is where Chelsea are as a football club. You know, under Abramovich, they went for best in class in terms of managers. I don't think there's any question about that. Now they've got a team full of rookie players who they hope can increase their value, and therefore there's going to be this game of trading where they make a lot of profit. And they're doing the same with managers as well, aren't they? It's where managers come to learn, and that hasn't always been the way with Chelsea.
Managers come to learn?
But that's what it feels like, no?
Alex, I was saying earlier, under Abramovich, they signed the best players.
Mm-hmm.
Ready-made.
And the best managers.
This is the difference between Maresca. They give him 35, 40 players in the summer and went, go on, coach that lot.
Yep.
And you've got faces looking at you, and they're not just ordinary faces. That player there is the best player in Algeria. That player's the best player in Italy. They all think they're brilliant. And you've got to tell them they're not playing every week.
It's tough.
If you start losing games, they're all knocking your door. Try managing that. All multi-millionaires, all on 8-year contracts. How do you deal with that? It's not actually managing. You become like working in a nursery. You know,
listen, fair play to Liam Rosenior if he gets that job, but I'd be amazed if that works.
There don't seem to be too many other names in the frame. I put a couple out there yesterday. Roberto De Zerbi, I know Beardad Egbali, one of the owners, is a big fan of, but that isn't going to happen. Oliver Glasner has been ruled out because they don't want to change the playing style. They've built a squad to play in a certain way, and they don't believe that would translate. I mentioned Frank Lampard, and they said, no, he's doing a great job at Coventry. We're not going to rock the boat there mid-season. So the names aren't jumping off the page. Cesc Fabregas was another one that was discounted to me.
Who's in charge at Chelsea then? Who are they and what have they done? Todd Bowley. Who's the other one?
Beardad Egbali, but both independently wealthy.
So what's their line of work? What's their line of business? Are they just like property developers or?
Yeah, they're both multi-billionaires.
So
and obviously
I'm trying to work out
with a certain ego attached, but they've also got numerous sporting directors, the big two being Win Stanley and Stewart, and they're getting a lot of grief this morning as well from Chelsea fans.
So they sit down, obviously, with the owners and say, this is a style of football that we recommend we play from now on.
And they recommend the signings. Managers have very little say in who goes and, as importantly, who leaves, because one of the reasons Mauricio Pochettino left the football club was that he wasn't on board with the idea of getting rid of Conor Gallagher, which obviously didn't go down well with the hierarchy. So you need to be a certain type of manager, I think, to go and manage.
Well,
Chelsea
Liam
now.
Rosenior, I'm guessing they're bringing him in. He's willing to be that. He's a yes man. He's a yes man.
And I think Maresca was initially, and then
Maresca was, and
project.
and he gets fed up because he goes, hold on a minute, I'm a top manager now. I've won the Club World Cup. I beat PSG in a final.
Yeah.
I've won 2 trophies. I've got this team in the top 4.
They do think he had his head turned by the interest from Manchester City as well.
Well, that could be just paper talk.
Who's to say?
Pep's still the manager, isn't he? But
who's to say Pep Guardiola's not going to be the manager there next season? But I hear you, but I think he deserved a bit more respect, Maresca, to be honest. But
I tell you what you can say, though. It's not often that a manager leaves a football club, and whether he quit, whether he was sacked, whether it was mutual agreement, not often a manager leaves a club like Chelsea and their reputation has been enhanced. And I think certainly his reputation going out the door is arguably greater than when he went in.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everybody realises how difficult a job he's got. And by the way, it's like managing 33 multimillionaires with no power. You can't even say to them, I never signed you.
Yeah.
Someone else signed you.
Yeah.
He's told me to bring you off half-time, by the way, the owner. I can't...
So it does raise the question, is this going to become a bit of a poison chalice when it comes to Chelsea? If he does get the job, how long is Liam Rosenior even going to last? Obviously, Strasbourg owned by Chelsea, so if they do take Liam Rosenior, they've also got to find a possible replacement for him in France. One name that's being touted this morning is someone who's doing very well at Cardiff. Brian Barry Murphy obviously got them to the top of League One.
Okay.
They're playing well.
Just on some transfers, Semenyo. How close is that?
Yeah, I was told last night an agreement in principle between Bournemouth and Manchester City. So I think this deal will get rubber stamped very soon. I think the contracts between the two clubs were being drafted as of yesterday afternoon. But it's a fascinating situation, isn't it? Because I spoke to Andoni Iraola after the game at Chelsea when Bournemouth played very well. And I said, is this realistically Semenyo's farewell? He said, no, he'll play against Arsenal. Okay. And I thought, well, will he? But actually, if you're Manchester City... You probably want him to play in this game.
Well, you do, and you do and you don't, right?
To help them out in terms of the
You want him to play, but don't get injured.
Yeah.
He just got 2 assists, long throws.
He did. He did, absolutely. One more for West Ham fans. Well, they're being busy early in this window. They've got a deal in place for a striker from Portugal, Pablo. They're looking to get Adama Traore from Fulham, and they've agreed a fee for another forward, Lazio striker Tati Castellanos, €29 million plus add-ons. There's a medical... that is due to take place. I don't think that deal will get done in time for this weekend, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Raheem Sterling, there's a bit of talk of him as well.
Yeah, for West Ham. I think the issue there is that he wants to put down roots, so he's not particularly interested in joining anyone on loan. I think it would have to be a permanent deal.
Right.
Keep an eye on Fulham for Raheem Sterling as well.
Would you sign Traore?
Well, obviously Nuno knows him from Wolves. That's the connection, but I've got to say his numbers.
Yeah.
You never used to pick him.
They're not great, are they?
No, but what he is he's a player who can get you out of trouble when if you need to get up the pitch, you need a ball carrier. You like to sit in, like Nuno likes to sit in and play a low block. You need runners.
They need pace in that team as well. They've got no pace.
I'd rather have Raheem Sterling than Traore.
Yeah, but Raheem Sterling, as you said, you don't know in wages or whatever. I don't think Adama Traore was a bad shout for West Ham. I think it'd be not a bad deal. Crookie, top man, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, boys. Keep up the good work.
Crookie. All right, we're going to cross over to Ali Pally next and discuss whether Luke Littler is set to breeze the rest of the tournament following Humphrey's exit yesterday. That was a look at the transfer window with our friends at Intuit QuickBooks.
Transfer window. Breaking news on talkSPORT with Intuit QuickBooks. Tackle your self-assessment with Intuit QuickBooks. Search QuickBooks to find out more.
when was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels, it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free-kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head-on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season, there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
£26k for 2026 on talkSPORT.
Yeah, good morning. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Saving your next car in the real sales, the UK's biggest used car sale. I'm Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders alongside me. talkSPORT, though, giving you the chance to win 26 grand to celebrate 2026. Head to talksport.com/win to find out how to enter. It's 26k for 2026. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 423 9761. Lines close 12 p.m. on the 9th of Jan 2026. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents only, 18 plus is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com/win. So if your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now. Good luck. Right, let's talk some darts.
Yes.
Yeah, the World Championship starts semi-finals again 7 p.m. this evening, live on the main station talkSPORT tonight, as well as the Darts YouTube channel. Defending champion Luke Littler faces Ryan Searle, and GM Van Veen takes on Gary Anderson. Blockbuster clashes coming your way. Let's get more on this. talkSPORT Darts commentator Mark Wilson joins us. Right, Mark?
Hi, Mark. Boys. How are we doing?
Very good.
I'm good, Mark. Look, brilliant day of action yesterday in the darts. I'll start with Ryan Searle. He's reached the Maiden World Championship semi-final. What's been so impressive about him?
He's been playing out of his skin. Only dropped his first sets of the tournament yesterday when he lost a couple to Johnny Clayton late on. I think he started thinking about it, to be honest. He was cruising through the game, and then I think as the realisation got in that he was about to grab himself a share of a couple of £100,000, he was getting a bit nervous, but he got the job done, and he's been playing really well, Ryan. He's a player that's won a lot on tour previously, but never quite done it on the big stage, and now he's got a great opportunity to do it on the biggest stage.
Dangerous customer coming up, but the next game, Gary Anderson beat Justin Udd 5-2, and Justin Udd was, I'm thinking, if there's going to be an upset, this fella here, he had 11 doubles on the bounce. He's playing. He thinks he can't get beat. He's full of confidence, and I was really impressed. Gary Anderson showed what a seasoned pro, how to dismantle a novice. I think he out-experienced him.
I think he did, mate. I think at 2-2, you think Hood might have a chance here, and then Gary Anderson went on I think he hit 6 finishes of 60 or above in a row, using one dart at a double. Absolutely punished him. It was ruthless stuff from Anderson, who showed his quality. Two-time former world champion, of course, looking for a third title. And again, another man who's banging form at just the right time.
Yeah, Luke Littler, obviously he's going to play Ryan Sell. Do you give Ryan any chance? I mean, I watched Luke Littler yesterday and his checkouts in the way, even if he misses a couple of darts, he sets himself up for a 170, takes it out, bosh, see you later. He's so good.
He is, and you know, you're going to be. It sounds really harsh. It was okay yesterday. Average 100. He whacked in a load of 180s. His finishing was great, and it felt he didn't really even get out of second gear. You know, Christopher Tysky's he's a good, solid player, but he hasn't quite got the levels, I think, to push Littler. I think Littler knew that, and he won pretty easily in the end. Ryan's got to start well tonight. He's got to score big, create himself some opportunities. If he can get going on tops, Ryan Searle, then he can match Littler. But there is a worry if he gets behind early how he'll cope with that. So it's a big test for Ryan. But look, he's playing in the form of his life. He's never going to get a better chance. So if he can start as he's been playing, he's got every chance tonight.
Yeah. Mark, if you'd have said to me 12 months ago, someone beat Luke Humphries 5-1,
oh, no.
I would say, who's that? He must be a player.
He is a player.
He obviously is. Van der Veen. Has he got a chance of winning it?
He has. 23 years old, Jan van Veen. He actually beat Humphries 4 times last year. They met in 2025 4 times in 4 big games. He knocked him out of the World Match Play, knocked him out of the Players' Championship finals, and now he's knocked him out of the World Championship as well. He seems to have a bit of a hoodoo over him at the minute.
Yeah.
But he is a player. He's become the highest-ranked Dutch player above Michael van Gerwen. That's the first time in 13 years Michael van Gerwen has not been the top-ranked Dutch player. So Van Veen is flying at the minute. And, if he gets past Anderson, it'd be more than a match for others in the final. So all 4 of them generally could win it. And I think that's really exciting going into all the games tonight on talkSPORT.
Yeah, I couldn't believe Luke Humphries couldn't believe it as well. I was watching it last night and he was dragging his first dart and he was, pulling the third dart. He just couldn't get a treble. And this Van Veen, I mean, he was just going bosh, 180, 180. He was just setting himself up. Every dart was bang on the button. I'm sitting there thinking, Humphries is going out here. I couldn't believe it. But then I was watching this Van Veen thinking, he's got his number. This Van Veen was not frightened on that stage at all. He was very, very comfortable up there. And I looked at him and thought, if there's anyone now in this tournament who could beat Luke Littler, I actually think it's Van Veen.
Yeah, they've got history, coming up through the youth and the development. They've played quite a lot of time, so they know each other really well. And they would, I think, secretly, they'd be hoping to play each other in the final. But Van Veen, he's always been a bit of a bridesmaid the last couple of years. He's been there or thereabouts, but he managed to get a Players' Championship win early in the year against Humphries, ironically. Then he beat him in the European Championship final. A big first win for him. And I think now he's got that confidence. He knows he can win. Not thinks he can win, he knows he can win.
Yeah.
And it's just turned him into a different beast now. And every time he goes on the hockey, he's like Littler. Big scoring, big finishing, loads of 180s. He's brilliant. And him and Littler, when you think they're 18 and 23, they're in the semi-finals tonight. They're going to be the future of this game, for sure.
Do you know what, Mark? When I'm watching it, I can't believe all of them hold the dart differently. They've got different actions. So you come to the conclusion, it's the rhythm.
Yeah.
It's rhythm. And you try and watch Luke Littler, his rhythm
it's unbelievable.
of moving his dart from one hand to the other and then the same technique makes you realise that you can see how they get on streaks where they can't miss.
Yeah.
It's just the rhythms, bang, bang, bang. It's not.
Yeah. Well, you lads like your golf. Everyone's golf swing's a bit different, isn't it? Same with the darts. They all do it differently, but they all seem to find a way that works for them. So, there'll be different styles tonight, but there's 4 quality dart players going at it. It's going to be great.
The biggest thing that I've been so impressed with every time I watch Luke Littler is just the way, when he's got a check out and he might miss the treble 20, or, he might drag it a bit. There's no hesitation. He knows exactly what number he's going to next. He knows exactly how to finish. And that, his maths. I know obviously people say they're geniuses when it comes to maths, figuring out checkouts, but it doesn't actually come out of his stride at all. He just straight into another dart. And when I watch other players and they miss one that they think, right, I need to make that one, but then they'll take a step back, they'll look at it and think about it, and then the moment's gone.
Yeah, some players do that. Some players purposely do take a moment. You know, they do. Rob Cross is a prime one. Walks away, wipes his hand on his trousers, then realigns himself up. But like you said, they're so quick now. I mean, you watch Van Veen, the speed that he plays at, the speed that Littler plays at. I mean, we're struggling to add it up. They've already hit it. You know what I mean? It's must be a nightmare for the TV people following him. But yeah, look, they're fantastic players. The speed of the play, it's going to be electric. The atmosphere's been great all the way through, but tonight I think it's going to go through the roof.
Give us a double then for tonight, Mark.
I think Littler will beat Searle. I'm not breaking any pots telling you that, but I also think that Jan van Veen will just beat Gary Anderson. I think that'll go all the way to the end because Anderson's playing really well.
Yeah, can't wait for it.
Great.
What a night of darts we've got. Mark, top man, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Mark.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, boys.
Reminder, all the action today is available live on TalkSport from 7 p.m. and on the TalkSport Darts YouTube channel. Up next, though, we're going to hear from Oliver Glasner, his imminent new signing, Brennan Johnson, and Dino will reveal his 3 diamonds from the Premier League Christmas period. Yeah, good morning. This is TalkSport Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara, my old gaffer, Dean Saunders, alongside me. What do we know this Friday? England have selected off-spinner Shoaib Bashir in a 12-man squad for the 5th Ashes test against Australia in Sydney. The 5th and final test will also be Usman Khawaja's last international for the host. Gabon's government has suspended the national team, banned striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and sacked the coach after exiting from the Africa Cup of Nations. And the only Prem game out of 4 on New Year's Day to feature a single goal was Palace. They drew 1-1 with Fulham. After the game, Oliver Glasner was asked about Tottenham forward Brennan Johnson, who's set to join in a £35 million deal.
I don't know, and again, I can't and I don't comment any rumours, and I don't want to speak about players. I think it's kind of respect not to speak about players who are under contract for other clubs, and so my focus was on the game today.
Yeah, it's Glasner speaking about Brennan Johnson. Looks like it's a done deal. He's gonna sign for him. We spoke a little bit about Brennan Johnson yesterday. You know, he's a frustrating player when he's got the ball at his feet, but he's got an eye for a goal.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, really, being Welsh. Obviously, we need him. He's one of our better players, and we got 2 big games coming up.
You need him playing.
We need him playing at the highest level, really, because I think back to when I was playing for Wales, and we had like a team at the time. It was Rush, Hughes, Giggs, Speed, Blackmore, Mark Bowen, Kevin Ratcliffe, Neville Southall. We had a team full of players who were playing for big clubs in the Premier League, and if a player come in from the Championship, say, it stood out like a sore thumb that they're not up to pace. You know, you could see the difference in training.
Yeah.
So when you're playing for a top club like Brennan Johnson is, we haven't got enough players, really, who step into an international match who are against the best players in their country.
Yeah.
And they've got to be up to speed. So Brennan Johnson was probably... Harry Wilson.
Crystal Palace is a good move for him, though, I think. You know, he's going to play. He's going to be featured week in, week out. You know, they're a good, solid Premier League outfit.
Yeah, but he's stepping down, isn't he?
It's
not a step up, it's a step down. He got 19 goals last year.
Yeah, I know.
He scored the winner in the cup final.
He was top scorer, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's not luck that you get 19 goals. You know, so he has got an eye for a goal. But obviously, managers have different opinions on players, and Thomas Frank don't fancy him. Simple as that.
No.
So he's probably told him straight, and players respect that. If you just tell him straight, listen, you're not going to play for me, like I got other ideas.
I think they'd see Kudus as the player who is got that slot on the right midfield. I think Kulusevski's hopefully coming back soon. So you've got 2 wingers there, who, in my opinion, are better than Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson has got an eye for a goal, though. He does get on the end of things. Kudus, I like him, doesn't score enough goals. Kulusevski, I like, but he got to get him fit. But Brennan Johnson, he frustrated me, he did. But he you know...
See, for Wales, right?
Top scorer last season. Tottenham have sold Harry Kane, Son's left,
and
Brennan Johnson.
Yeah,
he's the top scorer. So it's a lot of goals you've took out of the club.
Yeah, and it's hard to find people who score right now. It's getting even more difficult.
It's getting more difficult to find people to put.
Not that you're interested, but for Wales, we rely on. We've got Dan James, Olympic sprinter.
Yeah.
Brennan Johnson, Olympic sprinter. Harry Wilson and David Brooks. Joe Allen's retired.
Yeah.
So that is our sort of attacking threat. And it's good. Pace. You know, at any level.
Yeah.
And Brooks is a creator, really clever player. Harry Wilson I like. And I would say Harry Wilson's our best player. But Brennan Johnson, I think, we rely on him quite a lot. Sometimes he plays up front on his own. Sometimes he plays wide. But I'm sad to see him dropping down. Not the Crystal Palace is a bad club, but at least he's got more chance of playing there.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the manager likes him. But like you said, what if Thomas Frank's the manager of Palace next year?
Well, yeah, you don't know. I mean,
it's like musical chairs.
Yeah, I don't know if Glasner is even going to be there, but we'll see. Right, let's move on. It's time for a bit of this.
Saw the goalkeeper off his line. Oh, a glorious goal!
Oh, I'll tell you who it was. Who's the fitness? Bo Wicks. Diamonds are forever.
Amsterdam, first thing that comes into your head, bikes. I've never seen so many bikes in all my life.
Hi, Tom.
Good evening, how are you guys?
That's not Tom. What's your name?
My name's Tom.
Oh, is it? Oh, Tom. How old are you, Kingsley? 7. Who do you want to play for in the future?
Birmingham.
I hope Santa doesn't bring you any presents.
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
Tino,
I'm terrible. Diamonds are forever.
That was taken out of context.
They do that a lot here. Right, it's the part of the show. Dino selects his 3 diamonds from the week's Premier League action. Obviously, we've had the busy Christmas period. Who are we starting with?
Well, in no particular order. I'm going to enjoy doing this because the players I'm naming here, the first 2, have had a bad time recently. Can't stay fit. But number 1, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
7 goals for Leeds in 7 games, I think, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a risk signing him.
Yeah, of course.
Because he can't stay fit. His body lets him down quite a lot. It's not his fault, but he can't stay fit, and he's probably on a contract now where he's getting paid some money and getting some on appearance money.
Yeah.
Because, but he's gone to Leeds, and if he gets 15 goals, he's on 7. I think they'll stay up, just by having a player who can turn a game like that. And the goal he scored at Anfield last night that got disallowed.
Yeah.
Was that's what players do when they're on a roll.
Yeah, it just falls from bang.
Instinctively got there from half a mistake.
Yeah.
Scores it, great finish, a toenail offside.
Yeah.
So Calvert-Lewin, number 1, well done.
Yeah, well done to him.
Well done.
Keep him fit.
We know he's talented.
Got a chance for the World Cup?
Well, if he keeps fit, he's got to stay fit. I mean, no one's managed to keep him fit for the full season.
No.
If you keep him fit for a full season, he might get 25, 30 goals. Because he knows where to go. He's good in the air. Good finisher, mobile, just fitness.
Yeah.
Next one, a great pleasure in saying Jesus.
Yeah.
Done his ACL.
Yeah.
I've always liked him. He was at Man City playing in. He was in behind Aguero, I think, for a bit, wasn't he? And then and then obviously Haaland comes and he's surplus. He's in and out of the team. Play wide, play number 10.
He can play anywhere.
Brilliant footballer. I bet to play with.
Yeah.
They'll all like him.
Joy to watch.
Just class.
Yeah.
Obviously not as lethal as Haaland.
No.
Doesn't bury chances like he could. But I'm just pleased he got back on the pitch after all that time out the other night. And within 3 minutes, he scored a brilliant goal. And I think Arsenal, with him and Havertz now back fit, Gyökeres, they've got a proper strike force. Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, they're queuing up. Odegaard.
Yeah.
They're queuing up, but these two getting fit, Havertz, but I'm going to say Jesus.
No, I like Jesus.
Just because he's been in pain for a year, and he's back fit.
And he's back and scoring goals.
And the last one, I'm going to say Granit Xhaka at Sunderland. He was, at one point in his career at Arsenal, he was a walking red card. Yellow card, red card, every week. You used to have a bet on him to get the first yellow, first red. And he's curbed that fire in his belly, still there. You see him celebrating.
Yeah.
When the final whistle went, they got a draw, Man City, yesterday.
Yeah.
He punched the air as if he'd just won the World Cup with Switzerland. So his attitude...
His passion,
is like Chelsea need him.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
You know, like just to show the others.
Yeah.
You don't do that when you're winning. You do this. This is how we approach games. By the way, he's in the dressing room. Imagine what he's saying in there before games.
Yeah, I know.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Follow me. I'll show you what you're supposed to do.
Well, that's why they brought him in, right? Same thing with Brentford and Jordan Henderson. You need players like that around your camp. You need players who have been there, but they've still got the fire in their belly, but they've got the experience. You know, and they're still top players as well, but they've got that kind of that know-how to be like, hey, let's get a result here today, boys. We ain't gonna be, you know, rocking up, winning 3-0 and playing tippy-tappy football every week. But what I tell you what, we're going to roll our sleeves up. We're going to get some points here. We're playing Man City, and I'm going to die for the shirt. And we're going to get a point here.
Granit Xhaka, Jamie, have you noticed I've not mentioned assists, passes, skill?
No.
I'm giving it to him on his attitude. That comes first. When you're a professional, in any sport, in my opinion, attitude comes before talent.
Yeah.
You've obviously got to have the basic skills to play at the level you're at. But then it's attitude that gets you through your career. Turning up every week, showing the rest how you do it, stamping on bad culture, stamping on people walking around in training. Hey, what are you doing? I can imagine him. If you're in his five-a-side team.
Yeah.
And you're walking about one day in training. All kicks off.
Yeah.
So that's my 3 picks.
Yeah, no, fair play. They're all good. So Calvert-Lewin, Granit Xhaka and Gabriel Jesus. They are Dino's 3 diamonds of the week. Right, that's it from me and you, Dino. It's been another fantastic day.
Yes, I've enjoyed that.
You going home? You going to play a bit of golf? It's snowing outside, but
the sun is shining, though. It's blue sky.
Like, it was snowing when I left my house.
I don't think it's snowing now in London anyway, but great couple of days.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to see you making something of yourself, son.
I love you.
I thought you'd be stacking shelves in Sainsbury's by now. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but we've hung in there, Dino. Eh?
Keep going.
Whoever thought that I'd be presenting a show, my old gaffer would be
on the radio,
having the time of our lives. Dino, love it. I'll see you soon. Remember, TalkSport Drive comes direct from the Ali Pally from 4 p.m. ahead of the semi-finals of the PDC World Darts Championships. I'm back tomorrow alongside Jason Cundy for the game day phone-in from 5:30. But don't go anywhere. Up next, Sam Matface, Alex Crook.